Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, but something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is reacting to getting my trophy list reviewed. Now I have actually had it reviewed a few times, but the problem with these are very, very long videos, and I would be here for quite a while responding to it. It would essentially become a 3 or 4 hour long video. It'd pretty much become a podcast. Which, speaking of, if you want something to distract you whilst you're grinding towards your next platinum or 100%, definitely check out my podcast, the Trophy Hoarders Podcast, that I co-host with Defroth. We talk all about trophy hunting, and we've had some massive guests on throughout the years. But back to this video, actually, Ragnar reviewed my trophy list. When did he do this? It says a year ago, back in March 16th, 2025, so it is... I'm quite a bit slow in reacting to this, but I think it might be interesting just seeing, which changed since he done this video, and then also the fact that this is the shortest video by far. This is only 23 minutes, so we should be able to run through it. It's also the only trophy list review of mine that I haven't watched. In fact, no, tell a lie. When he uploaded this video, a few people sent it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it, I'll check it out. And I skipped like halfway through. I think he was telling me to platinum all the Far Cry games or something. I just remember watching like 30 seconds of it and I was like, you know what, I'll pass. I'll watch this another time. And here we are, a year later, I'm finally getting around to it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
So recently I made a video where I discussed the hardest platinums I've ever earned, and during the making of that video it got me thinking, what are my fellow trophy hunting content creators up to, or what kind of platinums do they have? So here we have the wheel of trophy hunting content.
Alright, I feel like respectfully we can just kind of skip the intro. I feel like we know how it's going to land on. Damn, that was right after the CSGO video. That is... I didn't realise I uploaded that so long ago.
Heard of Costromo, I will leave a link to his channel down below so you guys can go check him out. Now even though I'm going to give my rough thoughts about Costromo's PSN account and future PSN accounts that I
Damn, he's actually going through my my trophy list on the PlayStation here.
In the future, I'm going to try to be completely unbiased, and the way I'm going to be doing that is with my unique point system that I came up specifically for this series. Now because this is the first episode on a potentially long running series, let me explain really quickly on the general rules and the point system. Now your starting points will be the amount of platinums the user will have during the recording of the particular video. So for example, if you have 30 platinums, that means you will have 30 points to start with. And then depending on the games that are platinumed, based off the difficulty, the amount of playthroughs, and the estimated time to complete, all those numbers will be added up and that will generate more points.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I like that he's doing like a point system and he's gonna have it as like a wee leaderboard. I think it's an interesting idea.
Additionally, completed DLC will also give bonus points. However, completed DLC on a game that is not platinumed will receive 0 points, as well as games with no platinums but only a 100% completion will also not be given any points. And then at the end of...
That's kind of weird though. Like, so by that logic, my name is Mail would be worth, whatever it is, say look, it's 1 point for a platinum, it's an hour, so that makes it worth 2 points. But a game like Outlast that doesn't have a platinum trophy, but is like a difficult 100%, isn't worth any points. That's kind of weird, but it's his leaderboard, it's his list system.
The review with all the points added up, the user will be placed onto a tier list, and depending on how much points they have, they will be placed into a certain category. And then at the end of the video...
Before watching the video, I'm gonna guess C rank. I think we're gonna get like a mid rating.
I'll spin the wheel once again so you guys can see who I'm going to be reviewing next for the next episode. Costromo, okay, so... Okay,
oh, let's go, baby, hold on. I want to see what my PSN profile was looking like. So we get 633 games, 144 platinums. The trophy cabinet as well. I actually forgot I used to have that. Platinum trophy and then hoarder. It was meant to be like a shout out to the podcast. But I've changed it since then. I'll jump over so you can actually see what it is now. Internet high five, happiest place in the world, and suspension not included. It looks kind of random. None of these trophies are related, but they're all the trophies that I've managed to get first achiever on, so just a little flex in the trophy cabinet.
Okay, so, wait, first of all, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm going to mess up some of these guys' names, so I do apologize. I know some people...
Nah, mate, you got it first time, you're good.
Will be like, hey, Costromo, but, Costromo will be like, hey, bro, that's, you actually pronounce it like double pump shotgun, so, I do apologize if I pronounce your name wrong, yeah, so just getting that clear.
Also, I just realised as well, seeing the trophies, like most recent trophies, this was when I recorded the prison sim video, which is I've still got all the footage for it, but I've just never got round to editing it. It was a very fun video to make. I get every single like kind of big or platinum trophy YouTuber that I know, and we stuck them all in prison, and I was one of the prison guards, and it ends up there's like a story unfolding and stuff. It was very good, but it's one of the ones I recorded it and I fucking loved it, but see trying to script it and put it into a video, it was really difficult. I've said on the podcast a few times I'd love to go back and get a video done, but it's at the point now where I'm like, ugh, I don't, I don't know if I could.
Here we have Costromo's PSN profile. The first thing I want to do is just go here to order and change it to alphabetical. So that way it's a bit more easier to, well, go down. I do like the Morgan Black and background you got over here.
Hey, buddy knows ball.
Pretty cool.
Buddy's
So
got ball
off your
knowledge.
bat, we can already see Costromo has 144 platinums. Not a bad.
Also, you would have seen it when I showed it earlier. I have changed that. It's now like a little trophy hoarders podcast thing, but I think I still have that background on my YouTube channel. I don't think I've ever changed it.
Start to this, well, series, I guess, you know.
Also, I feel like we've got to give him a shout out. Buddy has the same PlayStation profile picture as me with the Max Payne 3. Mate, it is a fucking sick picture. I always swap between that one and bald Max Payne. I think they're the best.
One could be like 5 platinums and this video could be like 2 minutes long. So this is a good chunky video to get a good like.
I'm curious how long that he's been doing this series for. Obviously, I'm like number one. I had to be number one. I'm number one. But I'm curious, like, if he's had any other people he's had to review where it's like 10 platinums, like how he manages to stretch that out into a video.
Idea on how it's going to go. Man, okay, this is gonna be how much games you got? You got 600. Okay, this could be a very long game.
We're at 700 now.
112 games completed, 40% completion.
Hey, my completion percentages went up actually. I think I'm at 43 or 42% now.
13,000 trophies unearned.
Yeah, I've got a lot of unearned trophies. That backlog is big.
Because there's clearly a massive backlog, huh? So let's find out after that 144 platinums. Let's see what they are. So up first we got.
Alright, first off, whenever I've seen anybody review a trophy list, they always set it to completion platinums only. So it's interesting that I'm guessing he's going through the entire trophy list, like games that have like started and then stopped as well.
Extreme. Now, I actually have no idea what this game is. This game doesn't even have a trophy list.
Too Extreme is a PS1 game. I actually done a video on it. The worst PS1 game of all time. Well, it's the worst PS1 game with trophy support. So I went back and platinumed it. I think I'd done it in like 3-4 hours or something like that. It wasn't a good game, but it wasn't the worst I've ever played. It was, you know what? It was an easy platinum to knock out.
But obviously I have to do research when I obviously edit.
Yeah, I wonder how he does that then. Because obviously for his ranking system, it's like trophy difficulty, how many hours it takes. But when there's games, because there's a few games I've got that don't have trophy guides, I'm sure, so it'll be interesting. I guess he just kind of guesstimates.
The video to give you some points, because obviously I don't know how long. It took you 3 hours to do, so I don't think it's that
I was right.
difficult. 3. A Way Out, okay. Pretty cool, pretty clean.
Fantastic game. I think that's the only game I've ever turned a profit on. I pre-ordered it just because number one, I love co-op games, and I love like anything to do with like prison escapes. So I pre-ordered it, absolutely loved it. Me and my brother, I think we done it in like, platinum in 1 day, 2 hours. Literally just a weekend we sat down, smashed it out, and then I traded it into CX, and I bought it for £25. I think I got like £26 or £27 off CX, so it's one of the few times I've ever turned a profit on a game.
Clean. You didn't finish A Plague Tale. You should do it, it's pretty easy. Alan Wake.
It is easy, but I think I started it, get maybe like an hour, 2 hours then max, and then I was like, I want to get the platinum for this, but I've already missed so many collectibles, I'm going to have to go back to the start, and I just don't like playing games with a guide up for my first playthrough, and it's one of the ones where, with how linear and story heavy it is, I don't know if I would enjoy a second playthrough, so I've just never went back to it. I would love to get the platinum for that and its sequel, but I don't know if I ever will.
It took you 6 months? It's a 4 out of 10. Come on, 25 hours, come on now.
Yeah, Alan Wake was... So I played through the game, got the platinum. I don't know how long it took, maybe like a few weeks, week max, maybe actual. And then done all the DLC, but there was a few DLC trophies where it was like, complete this episode without dying, complete this episode in under a certain time, you got to speedrun it. and I was like, I'm not really bothered. But then, what video was it? Alan Wake American Nightmare. I'd done the video on, and the idea for that was that I would 100% every single Remedy game. So I was like, alright, I need to go back to Alan Wake and then get that smashed up.
I mean, you have everything done. There's no DLC. Oh, you got the DLC as well. That's extra points. You got Alan Wake 2. Oh, I see what happened.
Alan Wake 2, game of the year for when it came out, and I was so hyped for the DLC. And I can't remember how many they dropped. The first DLC, absolutely loved, and then everything after that, I was just kind of done with the series. I just wanted to move on to something else.
You probably finished Alan Wake 2 and then you went back. It makes sense. That makes sense. What is this?
Oh,
Man, there's gonna be so much games. I have no idea.
Alakine's Gun. So I love the Hitman series. You'll get to my Hitman Platinums later on, I'm sure. But back in the day, there was Hitman, and then on PC, there was a game called Death to Spies, Death to Spies, and Death to Spies Moment of Truth. And they were like Hitman games on steroids. They were fucking solid. Like, I don't think I actually ever finished any of them, but I loved them. It was set during, I can't remember if it was World War Two or the Cold War, but you play as like a spy and you're like sabotaging stuff, killing people. And Death to Spies 3 get announced, and I was so hyped for it. It was supposed to be co-op, so it was like imagine Hitman, but you've got like two different people, and they've got different abilities. So like one was a lassie, she could like chat people up, distract the guards. Then like your co-op partner would sneak in and stuff. It looked amazing. Long story short, Death to Spies 3 got cancelled, and they turned it into Alakine's Gun. So I was really looking forward to it. It wasn't a great game, I'll be honest, but it was one of the ones where I felt like I kind of had to platinum it.
What they are. Like, what is.
Oh, I just seen there it said difficulty 2 out of 10. I think I played through the vast majority of it without a guide, and I don't know. I would say maybe it's probably a 3 or a 4. I don't think it's quite a 2, but again, if you use a guide for the entire process, then it probably is a 2. It's probably not that difficult.
This 8 hours, 2 out of 10 difficulty. We got Alone in the Dark. Okay. Alone in the Dark Inferno.
Oh, he's going to mention.
That's the PS3 version. Yeah.
I have actually since platinumed every single Alone in the Dark game available, and Alone in the Dark, I think 2024 was one of like the main reasons why I wanted to start the podcast, so I could like, it's one of the ones I hate the game so much I really wanted to talk about it, but I didn't want it to be a full video. And then Alone in the Dark Inferno was, I'd done the video, the worst PS1 game, getting the platinum for it, and I was going to do like a series for every single console. That was going to be PS2. I recorded the entire thing, and the game wasn't actually as bad as what I remembered it being. It is a bad game, but not as bad. And just again, same with the prison simulator one. When it came down to trying to script it and tell the story of the platinum, and then also like edit it, I couldn't figure out how to make it into a video or even like a half decent video. So that one just like get deleted.
Lot of E's and F's and oof, you gotta clear.
Yeah, there's a there's a lot of games that are like, so Alpha Protocol, for example, that is PS3 game, bought pre-owned. I need to put it in, make sure it works, and then I'm like, cool, game works. I'll get to it eventually. That's been on that's been on my backlog for like 10 years or some shit. I was actually going to do it this month and kind of tie it in with James Bond because it's a spy themed game. But I think it's like a 40-hour platinum, and I was like, I'm not going to have enough time to get it done. And then games like Anno, that would have been, because that's not my type of game, I wouldn't enjoy a game like that. That would have been the PlayStation Stars, like rewards thing. So they would have things that would be like each month play these 3 games off the PS Plus catalogue, and then you get however many points. Then you use the points to buy £5 reward card vouchers, and that's why a lot of them are there. Also, I'm surprised he has this on because, hold on, I'm going to swap back to PSMP. I'll be honest, I always thought this was like a default setting. Maybe it is and he's turned it off, I'm not sure. But up here in settings, you've got hide games on profiles with 0%. I've got that turned on. Like I said, I thought that was like a normal thing everybody had on, but I guess not. He's probably going to see a lot of 0% games because, like I said, my backlog is ridiculous. I'm not going to lie.
Clean out that backlog, huh? Apex, you got the full 100%. So obviously, I'm not going to be counting games that.
Apex was what got me through lockdown. Me and my pals, every single night we'd jump on Apex, have a few drinks, and I spent a ridiculous amount of money on that game. It's a free-to-play game, and I remember one night we were like, let's try and figure out how much money we spent on it. It was like over £400. It is embarrassing the amount of money I spent on that game. But I do have a bunch of cool legendary skins for a game that I've not touched in well over 2 years and absolutely hate.
I won't have a platinum, even though technically it is a platinum. If you
To be fair, I think the Apex trophies as well are super easy to get. I don't think they're that difficult. I think you just get it naturally through playing the game.
think about it, because you got the 100%, but I'm not gonna count it. You got all these AC games, but you got
I don't think I've got any new Assassin's Creed Platinums since this. Assassin's Creed is one of the series I would love to get the Platinum for. I was going to say all of them. Odyssey and Valhalla can take a fuck to themselves. But like AC2, Brotherhood, Revelations, Rogue, stuff like that, I would like to get the Platinum for. Even Black Flag. I've started that a few times, trying to grind out the multiplayer, and I can't do it. It's just such a horrible grind. But I do love the Assassin's Creed games. Well,
Mirage.
the old ones. Saying that, Mirage was actually a really good Assassin's Creed game. I feel like Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, they're just trying to make the maps bigger, make everything bigger. Bigger ain't always better, right? That's what you got to tell ladies. It ain't always better. Sometimes you got to go for the smaller ones that are, get more going on.
Platinum, that's the one I don't have. Mirage doesn't have any DLCs, right? No, it doesn't. Interesting. I
I don't think they've added any DLC as well since this, but like I said, Mirage was a very good Assassin's Creed game in my opinion.
never played Mirage. We got AC Syndicate, you got the Platinum, and you got Unity, but
I think, you know what? Syndicate and Unity I absolutely loved. Unity was one of the ones, when it came out, people hated on it because of all the glitches and bugs. I never encountered any of them. And then I think Syndicate might be my favourite out of that Assassin's Creed games era. I thought the two games were fantastic. I do have the DLC for them. I think it's Dead Kings for Unity and Jack the Ripper for Syndicate. I keep saying I'm going to go back and get the 100%, but I don't know if I ever will. It's one of the ones, see, to be honest, I don't really care about completion percentage. So I'm like, do I want to spend, 10, 15 hours cleaning up those when I could spend that 10, 15 getting another platinum?
I see you don't have the DLC, which obviously it clearly indicates here, which is fine. Obviously Astrobot, you got the Platinum.
Astrobot's one, unless it goes on PS Plus, I won't get the 100% for. Because they were actually really easy DLC trophies to clean up, but they just kept adding more and more. And I never actually bought the game. I got it on a rental service, so.
That is pretty cool. This is the Game of the Year version. This is the one that came.
Also, Astro's Playroom completed in 1 year, 8 months. I'm surprised I even went back to it.
With your
That must have been one where, yeah, August, November, where I was like, I'm going to platinum Astrobot, so I might as well do Playroom just before it.
PS5. Yeah, that's Playroom, and that's, yep, makes sense.
In fact, oh no, I was going to say, this must be before I get the VR headset, because there's another Astrobot game that I'd started, but I think you need 2 controllers to get it done, and it's 2 PS4 controllers, which I don't have anymore.
Astrobot actually has DLC. I didn't know that. Arkham Asylum, City, they haven't platinum. You got Arkham Knight, but no.
Arkham City is going to be an absolute pain to platinum, but I do plan on doing them. I've got all the DLC for every single game actually, even Origins there. I don't know if you'll mention it, but Origins I've got all the DLC. Same with City and Night. Arkham Origins, I've also done all the multiplayer trophies for it, so that platinum is still obtainable. And Batman Arkham, I would love to get all the platinums for. I think that'd be really cool. Will I do the 100%? I think it'd be really cool to have. I do love the series, but I think Arkham Knights might be a proper grind if I wanted to get that done.
DLC. I mean, understandable. I mean, the Arkham Knight DLC, don't sleep on it. It's actually pretty cool. You do got the Battlefield 42, yes, this one. Yeah,
wait,
Battlefield 3. This one obviously just went offline not that long ago, a few months back. Yeah, Battlefield 4.
Yeah, mate, he missed the Batman Telltale games. Underrated, I really enjoyed them.
4, Hardline. Okay, you got all your Battlefields. You do know.
Yeah, let me jump back for a second here.
Yeah, Battlefield.
I've done all the Battlefield games, Battlefield 1, 2042, 3, 4, Hardline 5. I haven't done Bad Company, I'll be honest. Might be an unpopular opinion. Never really liked the Bad Company games, and Battlefield 3 was an absolute pain. I loved Battlefield 3 back in the 360 when I played through it, but getting the platinum was horrible. Especially because I'd done it without boosting. I was like determined to do it legit, and it was just a bad time. I mean, there must have been like 3 or 4 episodes of the podcast back to back where I was just complaining about how much I fucking hated it. But like I said, the servers were going down, and I was like, you know what? At that time, I had Battlefield 1, 4, 5, and I was like, I'm going to be kicking myself if I don't get Battlefield 3. And I did boost the DLC trophies for it though. That was really the only way you could get them. And it was a horrible experience. I just remember there was some guy that was fucking annoying. And he was like adamant that he had to go first every single time to get the trophy. And it's like, mate, nobody's going to fuck you over here. Like, we can all take turns, but he was just determined. Also, Battlefield 2042. I think I played through the majority of the game on PS4. Then when I got the PS5, jumped to that. I could pop the platinum for Battlefield 2042 very easily. I think I just need to destroy one vehicle. But I don't know. I don't like how it looks on my trophy list when I've got like multiple stacks of the one game. So I've just never went back and done it.
Or hardline. Okay, you got all your battlefields. You do know you can like delete these games with like 0%. Like yeah, you got Biomutant.
Yeah, but it takes fucking ages, especially because it's like, say, because all my 0% are so far down, it's like you've got to scroll down, you find the game, delete it, and then it resets you back to your trophy list. So I need to scroll all the way back down to get to where I was, and then find the next zero. It is an absolute pain. Unless there's an easier way, let me know. And then also the Bioshock games, I actually forgot all about them, that I've got the Bioshock trilogy. In fact, it's weird there's 2 versions for the PS4. There's an EU version. I don't know what that's all about. Because I never played the physical version, it's the digital I've got. I don't know why that's there.
Bioshock, Black Mirror. I don't know what that is. It took you one day though, so I don't.
Black Mirror is I don't know what you would call it, an adventure game. It's like a point and click game, and it's set in the Scottish Highlands in like a manor. I was actually really excited for it. I thought it'd be an interesting game, and it was not. It was very boring, but it was one of the ones where I was like, in for a penny, in for a pound. I've started it. We'll just wrap up the platinum.
I think it's that difficult.
Very easy platinum as well.
Bloodborne took you 4 months. Didn't do the DLC, but that's fine. Took you 7 years.
The Bloodborne platinum took me 4 months. I played through the entire game without a guide, and there was a certain section, I can't mind, it was in like a forest, and I just get stuck. I was slamming my head off a wall. I could not get past it, and then I think I left it for maybe like a month or so. A good while, came back, smashed it first try. I'm convinced the Bloodborne, the Dark Souls, whatever you call it, Soulsborne games aren't difficult platinums because everybody uses guides. I was watching somebody stream it, and the whole time they're just like this, looking at their second monitor, reading the guide, and I'm like, if you do that, you're not experiencing the game. And the platinums, like I said, I'm convinced they're not they're not easy. They are very easy if that's how you play through them. And also the DLC, I have thought about buying it, and I do see it go on sale sometimes, but I don't know. I'm kind of done with them games. They weren't really my kind of thing.
Years to do a bully. Golly, what happened?
I think with Bully,
You started in 2016. Talk about a patient gamer, huh?
with Bully, or as it's known in the UK, Canis Canum Edit, I played through maybe like halfway through the story at most, and then came back to it a few years later, and just slowly worked through the platinum. I think there was a few trophies in it that kept putting me off that I really didn't like. There was, I think it was arcade machines, and then all the rubber band collectibles. I was like, ah. And see, to be fair, when I actually done them, it wasn't that difficult. It was way worse in my head than actually doing it. So I would actually recommend the Bullet Platinum. It was a fun game to go back and experience, especially because I played it so much back on the PS2.
So here we go. We got Call of Duty. The Call of Duty list. Okay, I can really see you probably have all the Call of Duty games, not platinum, but just.
I have all the Call of Duty games up until a certain point. I think, what would have been the most recent Call of Duty game I bought? I think the Modern Warfare 2, whatever that would have been, was that 2019? I don't remember. But like Vanguard, I never bought. And from like then on, I don't think I bought any of the Call of Duty games. And since he's done this video, Call of Duty World at War, I've got that. That was part of the World War II backlog video we done. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the PS3. I've got that done as well. I could do, you see it at the very top, MW2 for the PS3. Me and Leon, or Defroth, we went back and we cleaned up all the co-op trophies so he could get the platinum. So all I need to do is beat the campaign on Veteran and get all the collectibles. So that would be an easy platinum. As you can see, May 2016. So that'd be a 10-year platinum. So it's kind of tempting. But see, because I've got the campaign remastered, I'm like, going back to that, I don't really like having multiple stacks of the same game. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do it or not.
Play.
Also, the MW2 remake that you can see there, I think the only things I've got left is it's like a miscellaneous trophy, kill a guy on a porta potty, because I was like, that'll be a funny platinum pop. And the online co-op, because I couldn't find anybody to do the co-op with. Well, I found one guy, and it ended up being like some 13-year-old from Canada, and he was straight shit at the game. So I've just never tried to find anybody to do that way again.
I think it's all of them. We got Advanced, Black Ops. Wait, let me first see Black Ops 1. Where's Black Ops 1?
Yeah, I've got Black Ops 1, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, Ghosts, Infinite Warfare I want to do. The zombies trophies, I'm like, I fucking hate zombies mode in all the games. I don't know what other Call of Duty games I want to get platinumed. Black Ops 2 for a while, I kind of did, and I just don't really care enough to get it done. So for people that don't know, it's supposed to be unobtainable, but there's like a glitch or something you can do in theatre mode to pop the Big Leagues trophy. However, it does get you removed from PSMP leaderboards if that's something you care about, which, to be fair, I don't care about, but it's also, I'm like, I just don't care enough to get a Black Ops 2 Platinum. It wasn't like a game that I purely loved back in the day.
Am I being stupid?
Yes.
Here we go. Yes, Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Cold War. So you got all the
Black Ops 3, I think I started playing that like a few months ago, just playing through the campaign on the hardest difficulty. It's like an FPS game to play in the background, but Black Ops 4, I have never touched, so I don't know why that's there. That must be the one we got on PS Plus, actually.
Black Ops games. You got Modern Warfare. That's the 2019 one. That's the old one. That's the old one. That's the old one. That's the new one. Oh my god, you got all the games, but you don't have a platinum though. You got the campaign one, and you got this one done. What are you missing? This DLC. This DLC. What is this?
If I remember right, that is one. I don't know who told me, but they were saying that trophy is actually bugged, so it's like really hard to get. And like I said, I was like, am I gonna download and install this game again, which takes up a fucking ridiculous size? That's one of the things with Call of Duty games I absolutely hate, is how much space they take up on your hard drive. But I was like, am I gonna go back and do this to try and get this trophy, which might be bugged and might not even pop, so it would be an entire waste of time.
I played my Call of Duty, but I'm not super familiar with like Call of Duty's actual trophies. So what is this? Is this difficult? It's a 4 out of 10. Come on now, go.
4 out of 10, but mate, it's 4 hours for one trophy, which might be bugged. So yeah, I ain't fucking doing that.
Go back and clean it up. One trophy gets that completion rate up, you know. You got Control, pretty cool.
Control, I played through the entire campaign, and I think after like maybe a third of the way in, I just stopped liking it. I didn't enjoy it at all, but went back, finished up the platinum, and since I'd like finished the main story, they actually added like oh god, what's it called? Like settings that you could adjust, and it makes you one shot kill every enemy. It makes you invincible, so you can never die. So if you wanted to get that platinum, it is very easy. I think there was a bunch of collectibles, which was a pain. But yeah, it's an easy platinum. That one I would 100%ed just for, like I mentioned earlier, 100% in every single Remedy game.
Counter-Strike. I didn't realize Counter-Strike was even on PlayStation. Is the service even on?
It is on the US store only, so you've got to make an American PSN account and then get one of the PSN vouchers, add it. I think also you need to be, let's set your PlayStation account to a specific state, because if you pick the wrong one, you end up having to pay tax on it as well. So like a $20 game becomes $25 or something ridiculous. But online servers don't work, but you can still get the trophies against bots. I did actually do a video on that.
Don't know. But anyway, Counter, I guess, pretty cool to have, I guess. CSI? What the hell? Okay, you started up.
CSI games I loved back in the day. I think we had like was maybe 3 or 4 of them on the Wii. And if I remember right, I bought CSI. When is that at New Year's? Yeah, 2nd of January, platinum in 2 days. My brother had come back from uni for like Christmas, New Year, and I was like, mate, New Year's, I think it was New Year's Eve. I was like, mate, I've got this CSI game. You want to just play through it, have a few drinks, have a laugh, and we played through it, beat it, and then I was like, you know what, I'll go back, clean up the platinum. I have NCIS as well, which I think could be a fun game to play through for a video.
That's pretty cool to have, I guess. CSI, what the hell? Okay, you started up your Dark Souls, but you got nothing here. You got 4% and 5%. You clearly really tried to get into the Souls game.
I tried Dark Souls 3. I don't know if that was a PS Plus game or something. I don't know why I tried Dark Souls 3, but played it for like half an hour, was like, okay, I do not like this. Then a few years later, I was like, you know what? I'll try and get into the Dark Souls games. So Dark Souls Remastered on the PS4. And you know what my biggest gripe with Dark Souls is? Is the menu system. See, when I go into the pause menu and the inventory and shit, I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. So I ended up just dropping it. Like I said earlier, there's a lassie that's done all the Dark Souls games or all the Dark Souls Platinums that I want to get on the podcast. She said she would come on, but it's just sorting out times when we can actually get her. And I don't think the Dark Souls Platinums are difficult at all. And I just, yeah, everybody that plays through them uses a guide. If you played through it blind, it would be difficult, but everybody uses guides, and like there's so many glitches and exploits that you can use that I don't really rate all the Dark Souls games.
But either the game whooped your ass or
Also, Day of the Tentacle was a game I got on the Vita. That's supposed to be a really easy platinum. I think that's a point and click game, but I just never get around to playing it.
you just didn't feel it, you know. Days Gone took you 11 months to platinum.
Days Gone, I fucking hated. I really only platinumed that out of spite, and it was such an interesting idea for a game, and it was the only way to describe it is it's like you're 20 hours in, it's like, oh, we're coming to the climax, the conclusion of the story, and it's like, nope, another 20 hours. Oh, now we're getting towards the end. Okay, but I see what we're about to. This is a perfect spot for the game to end. Nope, another 20 hours. And I was just, by the time we got to the end, I was like, I'm so, so sick of this game. And like I said, I pretty much only platinumed it out of spite. I was like, I've only got so many trophies left, so many collectibles. I'll just do it for the platinum. I think he's probably going to talk about the DLC trophies. The DLC that they added was just New Game Plus. So it's like play through the game on New Game Plus, play through it on the hardest difficulty. It might have a permadeath as well, but I did not enjoy Days Gone at all. I don't understand why people rate it so much.
No DLC. Daylight.
Also, look at that Dead by Daylight, 125 trophies, and then the second set, 127. See, I'm curious. See, if I went back, also, I tried to get into Dead by Daylight a few times, and I could not. I don't enjoy the game. But I wonder if I deleted them, if that would improve my completion percentage on PSMP. I don't know.
And yeah, I see Deadline 2, the Riptide, the normal one, and you got the Retro Revenge. You don't have the platinum, but
Retro Revenge doesn't have a platinum. It's just like an indie kind of game. I think you got that for buying the definitive edition of 1 and Riptide. Me and my pal played through all the Dead Island games. In fact, this must have been whilst we were playing through it, playing through Dead Island 2, because we're right at the very end. We're at the start of the last mission. We've not touched it in, when's the last time we played that game? It's got to be a few months, so we need to go back and just finish it. But the platinum for the Dead Island games just doesn't interest me. If I remember Dead Island 1, you need to play multiplayer with like so many different people, and it's like going online, going on PSMP, finding the boosting groups. I don't care about the platinum that much to get it. I think Dead Island 2 I could get the platinum for. I might get it. It depends on how difficult the collectibles are, how many there is, if I'll do that one or not. Also, Dead Nation at the bottom. That was like a top-down shooter. 2011 I played that. Yeah, December I was going to say, because I think it was right before Christmas. That was one of the games I got for free when PS Plus went down, or PlayStation Network I should say went down. So they gave you a free game you could choose. I picked Dead Nation, and me and my dad played through the entire campaign just before Christmas. I'm at 40%. I wonder, I've never actually looked at the platinum. to see how difficult that is to clean up. That might be one to keep an eye on.
Still, you got no platinum for none of the Dead
Especially that'll be a 15-year platinum in December. Mad.
Island games. You got the Dead Rising games.
Dead Rising 1 and 2, I'm gonna get the platinum for eventually, but Dead Rising, I think I'm gonna do a video just on that single trophy, 7-Day Survivor. And then Dead Rising 2, I think I could be wrong. I think I need a co-op partner to get some of the trophies. I do have all the Terror is Reality trophies, which is like the online PvP kind of thing where it's like a game show. I managed to get them done. That was also a horrible boosting experience. I remember because I think there was like 4 or 5 of us, and there was one guy that was like, "I'll take charge. It's my boosting group." Da 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 da, and bloody did not have a fucking clue how to organise anything. And it was one of the ones where I was like, "I'm actually gonna have to be the adult here and like take control." But Dead Rising 1 and 2, I want to get the platinum for them. Also, I should mention that's Dead Rising 1, like the OG version, so it is much more difficult than. What was the remake called? Definitive Edition or something? I can't remember.
You got Dead Space. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this, huh? You cheating? I don't know how you can get the missing timestamps.
The missing timestamp is Dead Space was the first game I ever played on my PS3 when my mum and dad bought it. It was like bundled with Dead Space, and I forget what the other game was. It was Dead Space, some game, and then FIFA. So I played through I think it was just the first chapter. Yeah, complete chapter 1 on any difficulty. Played through the first chapter. At some point during the second, I was like, this is way too scary for me. I was like, fuck this. Because this is back, the game had just come out, so like 2008, maybe something like that. I was like, fuck this. This is way too scary. Never played it again. And then, however many months later, I finally actually made my PSN account. So that has missing timestamps. Unreal Tournament 3, I think that was the game that's got missing timestamps. And I think that's it. But for some reason, FIFA 09 does not have missing timestamps. That is like the first game that I ever got a trophy on. But that's what PSNP thinks. Because, let me pull up PSNP for a second. I don't know if he's going to pull it up because I feel like most people that review trophy lists end up looking at it. But, where is it? Yeah, okay. Give Me 5 was my first trophy 16 years ago on FIFA 09. So, because of that, when it was coming up to my 10,000th trophy, I was like, we need to go back to FIFA 09. So, bend it like a pro. I scored a free kick, and I had to use my boy Shinsuke Nakamura for Celtic against Rangers. That's it. I don't know how much you'll look at this. Like, rarest trophies, 180 ultra rare, fastest platinum, UFL, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't know what this complete chapter 1 missing timestamp. It doesn't really mean you're cheating. I don't know why that happens. Maybe you're playing offline.
But yeah, that's actually something I should have said as well, just when I seen the other Dead Space games. So because that was the first game that I ever played on the PS3, Dead Space 1, which I done a video on, is my 100th platinum. Dead Space 2, I've said I'll make that my 200th. Dead Space 3 will be 300, and then I don't know what we'll do for 400. There's Extraction there, but by the time I get like 400 platinums, I don't know if PS3 will still be, if PS3 trophies will still pop.
I'm not really sure. There's a lot of games in this list.
Also, just when I was looking at
maybe-
it, right at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it because the bar's in the way. Dead to Rights Retribution, that's another game that's been on the backlog for fucking ages. That's God, I remember seeing that game and being like so excited for it back when it released, and I never bought it. And I think it's like a guy, he's like a cop or something, and he's got a dog sidekick. That's pretty much the only reason I bought the game.
Playing offline, I'm not really sure. There's a lot of games in this list.
Yeah, Destiny 1 and 2. I really wanted the Destiny 1 Platinum back in, I think it was August or September. That's when that became a 10-year Platinum. And I just did not want to grind it. I was like, oh yeah, this will be cool to do. I started it, and I was like, yeah, the grind is not going to be worth it. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Destroy All Humans, I think I'm like 3/4 of the way through the story, and then I found out I've already missed a bunch of stuff. There was like missable trophies. I think it's like for, oh god, what is it? Like taking control of every single different body type or some shit, and I've already fucked up that trophy, so I'm gonna have to do a full other playthrough, which I don't really want to do. I think Clone Carnage is the online game which is meant to be an easy platinum, but just never bothered with. Detroit Become Human, I might actually do that one, you know. I might go back and get that done. Then, imagine he's going to talk about it here, Deus Ex.
But and games that I wouldn't mind playing myself, but you like pop one trophy and then call it a day.
Yeah, I will, mate. Like I said, I don't care about completion percentage. I'm happy to play a game for an hour. If I don't like it, I will just drop it.
Like here we have like the DMC games. You probably just
Alright, so I don't think I don't think he's going to mention Deus Ex. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, one of my favourite games on the PS4. I do want to get every Deus Ex game, so I've got Deus Ex Human Revolution. It says Director's Cut. I also have the original release on disc, so I don't know which one of the two is rarer or more difficult to platinum, but I'm going to get Human Revolution. There's Deus Ex Invisible War. I'm a good bit way through that. And what's the other one? The Fall, Deus Ex The Fall, but that's only on PC.
play the DMC games. Like we got one all the way, like 1, 2. I don't see 4 over here, but you have the
I played through all the Devil May Cry games, as you can see, like in August 2018. Played through them all. Devil May Cry 4 was on Xbox. So at the time, that was on Xbox Game Pass, and it was like, did I buy it on PS4 for, I think it was like £25 or something. And I was like, that's what I paid to get the entire trilogy before it. Or I could pay £1 and get it on Xbox Game Pass. So I played through Devil May Cry 4 on Xbox.
DMC games. But you probably just play through the
Also, Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. I remember being so excited to play that. And I bought it full price at release. Played it for like maybe not even an hour. And I was like, I fucking I hate this game. I just could not get into it.
story mode, I'm assuming. But
Dirt 5 as well, which you can kind of just see sneakily at the top there. That is one that I played as like a background game for the longest time. And I'm genuinely surprised I've still not managed to get the platinum for it, because I think it is relatively easy. It's just a bit of a grind.
Dishonored, that's pretty cool. That was actually
Oh.
That's 2020.
Dishonored 2, what a game. I got that, so I bought the PS4 Pro at launch and that came bundled with it. And for some reason it ran like absolute shit. So I was like, just put the game off, never played it. Then maybe like a year or two later, played it and I was like, oh, I fucking love it. Because I loved the original Dishonored. I played that on 360, so playing through Dishonored 2 was amazing. It was also, I think it's the only game on console that I can think of off the top of my head that I played, which had quick save, quick load, which obviously standard on PC games, but for console, I feel like we never see it. Absolutely love Dishonored 2. Dishonored 1, I need to go back and clean up the platinum, but I think that's going to take 2 playthroughs, because I just done it as like a blind playthrough to enjoy it. So Dishonored 1 is like 2 playthroughs I need, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider, I think I started it. I maybe done like the first mission or two, and then just never went back to it. I will do the Dishonored trilogy, but it's just a matter of getting into it when I've got time.
Damn, 2020 was 5 years ago. Yes, the
Buddy, now it's 6 years ago. It's even more fucking depressing.
other DMC. So yeah, I'm guessing
Yeah, DMC Devil May Cry. We got that on PS Plus back in the day. That's why I played it on PS3. I think I played it. I think I played through the first mission, and I was just like, I don't know if Devil May Cry is my kind of thing. And then a few years later, I was like, okay, I actually do enjoy Devil May Cry games. So instead of going back to the PS3, I was like, I'll just play the PS4 version, the Definitive Edition with all the DLC and shit like that.
you probably played
I think I will get a Devil May Cry Platinum, but I think I might do DMC Devil May Cry or Devil May Cry 1. I don't think I would do any of the other ones.
DMC casually, like this, just a story mode, which is complete.
Also, yeah, I did. I just played through the story on normal. Doom as well is another game I need to get back to and get the Platinum done, because I've done the online trophies, and I think getting all the Doom games would be cool as well. But like I said, I've got so many games, such a massive backlog, and just not enough time.
Completely fine. DMC can be a
And as I'm saying that, I'm looking at the very bottom, we get Dragon Age 2 Inquisition. I don't know if I would have started Origins at the time when I done this video.
bit of a headache to get through. Duke Nukem, okay, that's pretty.
Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour. That was a fun game. It's a really easy platinum. I remember there's some cheats or something you can enable to make it really easy, but I don't even know if I can show it on YouTube, but that is one of my favourite platinum pops.
Cool, you got
Also, just when I seen it there, Dying Light is a platinum I would love to clean up. I bought that at launch. That was one I was actually, I think I paid like 60 £60 or something like that, which at the time, games brand new were still 40. It might have been 70, you know. I actually can't remember. I just remember I paid a fuck ton for it because Dying Light was releasing and I was so hyped for it. I was like, this is Dead Island meets Mirror's Edge. Let's fucking go. I'm hyped. And then I think it was maybe like a few weeks before the game was releasing, they were like, oh, something's messed up. You're not going to get a physical release. The only way you can buy the game is by buying it digital. So I bought it digital at release. And now I think it's a free to play game. So there's online trophies, which, because it's free to play, I might actually be able to find people to do it with. But it's just, see, actually having to go online and like, play with other people, sometimes it's just not worth the hassle.
the 100%. This is the classic version, right? Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no DLC. So yeah, you're a big
I do have Duke Nukem Forever, which I want to get the platinum for.
UFC fan. I see you got the UFC games. To be
Every single EA Sports UFC Platinum. UFC 6 releases next month, and it looks like straight fucking garbage. But the thing is, I'm gonna need to fucking buy it and play it because I've done every other UFC game. In fact, I platinumed UFC 1 just before UFC 2 came out because I was like, I wonder if I can do it because I never played the games online. I always just played it offline. I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough to get the online trophies. Surprisingly, I was actually really good at the game back in the day. I'm not gonna be humble about it. All right, I was pretty fucking shit hot. Um, and UFC 1 was like a difficult platinum. I think it's like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 because it's like you get seasons and it's like you need to win every match in the season by submission, every single match by knockout. There's all these ridiculous trophies, and done that. Then UFC 2 came out, which I actually need to go check my PSMP. Last time I checked it, I was the 27th fastest person to get the platinum, and I wasn't even trying to get it fast. Oh, we've been downgraded to 34, but still on the first page, one of the first 50 people to get the platinum. Also, it released a few days earlier in America than what it did in the UK, so I don't know, still kind of a cool flex. And then also the other games that he had there, in fact, I'll jump back just so you can see it. I skipped UFC 3. So UFC 3 I actually played on Xbox instead of on PlayStation. Then UFC 4, I think we got that on PS Plus. So I played through that, done the platinum, and I was like, oh, if I've got 1, 2, 4, why don't I just go back and get 3 before the servers go offline? And it says platinum in 3 years, 4 weeks. I actually probably would have been close to getting first achiever because I smashed that. Absolutely ran through the game. I got one trophy back in the day, never touched it for the 3 years, and then absolutely ran through it because there was the online trophies and it was like grinding XP. And what I done was I just took my phone into work. Well, obviously I had my phone with me when I was in work, but just on remote play, grinding XP online, getting my ass whipped, but still just getting the XP didn't matter. And yeah, that's actually kind of annoying because I'm curious how fast I actually managed to get that done. And then obviously UFC 5, I done a video on that. I managed to get all the trophies inside the 10-hour EA trial. But UFC 4 and 5, they were very easy platinums. 3 was a grind. 2, I don't really remember that much. It couldn't have been that difficult if I'd done it in like 6 days without even trying, if you know what I mean. And then UFC 1, that was a very easy platinum. In fact, UFC 3, in fact, let me check speedrun.com because I had the world record for 3 different things, I think. Yeah, there you go. 6 years ago, I had the world record for knockout mode. I'm surprised I've still got that. I'm surprised nobody's beat it yet. But I had career mode and then double champ percentage for career mode. I had world record, which since I have lost. But I don't know, that was a cool wee time in my life where I had the record for some stuff. I think I don't know. I've said about it on the podcast. I think it would be cool to try and get the fastest achiever on a platinum, but I don't know what game I like enough that I would want to get it on.
5 days, 2 days, 3 years, 6 days. Are these hard? Or what? I don't know. I played UFC, but I never really got into the UFC because I like my fighting games. If you know my content, I like to play fighting games. But
I'm curious what fighting game platinums he's got. I like Tekken, but I've never really tried Street Fighter. I like Mortal Kombat. There was actually a Mortal Kombat game I was gonna platinum, but I think it had some online thing where it's like you need to pick one of these four teams, and it's like depending on how your team does, but it's like a community score kind of thing. And I was like, fuck this. I think it would be cool to get like a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter Platinum as well in there because I've got Tekken. I'm sure he'll show it. I've got Tekken 7 and 8. But yeah, I'm curious. I'll need to watch him review his own trophy list. I'm wondering what fighting games he's got. He might actually mention it here.
when it comes to like UFC or like WWE, I don't really consider those fighting games. I mean, they're not really fighting games. They like more like
It's MMA. It's a fighting game.
brawlers. I don't know. What are they fighting? I don't know. Let's see what they say. Yeah. Actually, fighting and sports. Well, there you have it. Okay. Well, Evil Dead. Everyone's gone to the Raption. Ether 1.
Alright, Ether 1 was a game we got on PS Plus monthly, and oh god, what's his name? PS4 trophies, PS5 trophies. This would have been when I was getting really into trophy hunting and starting to get like easier platinums to kind of, I don't know, stat pad, get me to milestones faster. And this game was just fucking horrible. And I remember as well, it would just crash randomly, and if it crashed, save file deleted. And it was not a fun game. It was a, what you call it, like a boring walking sim. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Better than Ether 1, but still same thing where it was a walking simulator. That was actually really interesting because I think, if memory serves me right, I played through it during lockdown, or maybe just after lockdown. And the game takes place in like a small English village that's like locked down. And I was like, oh mate, that's actually kind of mad, just exploring like a tiny English town and there's nobody there. Um, I don't even really remember the story that much. I think it just went totally over my head. Evil Dead. I'm a massive fan of the Evil Dead films. So when the game was coming out, I actually done an iceberg video, which I think done pretty well. And Evil Dead was like a really good online game, but it was one of the ones where the devs just kind of left it to die. There was so many different like exploits and stuff like that that they just never fixed. And with games like that, asymmetrical stuff, you've got to stay on top of it, which sadly they never done. But Evil Dead was a good game. I think I think there's a PS5 version as well. I think I could have got an auto pop, but if you know me, if you've listened to the podcast, I'm not a fan of the auto pops.
I have no idea what this is. I didn't play this, but I have this one. Fall Guys, pretty cool. You got your Fallout.
Fall Guys, I'm kind of interested in going back to just to get the platinum, but oh god, what is it? I think there's like a season pass, and one of the trophies is getting to the very end of the season pass, and I'm like, I'm not gonna grind out Fall Guys that hard. Plus, I feel like if I go back to Fall Guys, the only people that are still gonna be playing it is like the fucking pros that'll just beat the shit out of me at it.
Shelter. I mean, you got your Fallout collection. New Vegas is missing, but the only one you have platinum is Shelter. Oh, you also have Fallout 4.
Going back to the Fallout games real quick. I love the Fallout games. Fallout 3, New Vegas, loved them, played them on Xbox when they came out, eventually played them on PC, and I was like, I'd love to get the platinums for them. But the thing is, I actually still need to watch John Callum's video on it. I keep hearing people say how buggy it is on the PS3 version. Bethesda games always ran like shit. And like the PS3 era games, you always wanted to play a Bethesda game on PC or on Xbox, PlayStation, they just ran horrible. Fallout 4, I was super excited for. I actually bought the Pip-Boy edition. It's still in the loft. And I was just so disappointed. It was such a simplification of what a Fallout game should be, in my opinion, with what they've done in 3 in New Vegas. But like I said, I was like, I just want to get the platinum for it. I don't know how difficult the DLC is. Depending on how much the season pass is, I wouldn't be opposed to going back to Fallout 4 just to play it again and experience it. Because like you can see there, platinum in 3 months, and then I haven't played it since. Fallout Shelter, that was actually a really fun platinum. I just done that throughout the summer, and maybe like every single day for half an hour or an hour, just jump on, do my dailies, and then get on with my day. So that was really fun. very easy platinum. But if I remember right, Deathroth, because I told him, like, oh mate, it's easy, it's fun, just jump on half an hour, do your dailies, move on. He started it, and then he like manipulated the date and time on his PlayStation. Somehow he fucked it up. So he's no longer able to get the platinum. So be careful if you go for Fallout Shelter, just do it legit. And then Fallout 76 is one that I, I'm interested in getting the platinum. I'd love to get the platinum for every Fallout game if possible, but I'm not sure how much I would enjoy Fallout 76. It's one of the ones where I'm kind of worried I would start it and then just not like it. I feel like maybe if you had somebody to play it with, I feel like if I could convince my pal, let's jump on, let's run through Fallout 76, then maybe it could be enjoyable.
Because he's missing, but the only one you have platinum is Shelter. Oh, you also have Fallout 4. You played Family Feud, what the hell? Your
Mate,
ass.
do not knock Family Feud. Family Feud was a fun time. Me and my pal would just get steaming. That's very drunk for Americans. And we would jump on Family Feud and just come up with like the most ridiculous answers. It was, oh man, it was such a laugh. Like genuinely, such good times. I think all the clips will be deleted because they were on my PS4. But we had just so many like clips of us saying the most ridiculous shit to answers. It was, oh man, definitely that's one. Play it with your pals. The only thing is the online servers were just so bipolar. They would work, then they would not work. You'd send a private invite and he just could not accept the game. It would not be able to find me, and vice versa. Sometimes it was just horrible trying to set up a game. And we would be like the only people playing it, try to find each other. So it's like, private matchmaking isn't working. Let's just go into a public lobby. And neither of us could find the game. So, Family Feud. Actually, I don't know how close I would be to the platinum, how difficult that would be to clean up. That might be one I go back to.
On YouTube.
But yeah, Family Feud, if you can buy it cheap enough, play it with some pals, have a few drinks, just say the most ridiculous shit possible.
Oh, your ass is on. That's not even Steve Harvey. Who is this?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Fake ass Family Feud.
Oh,
To
we're
be
getting
honest,
to
you got a
Far
lot
Cry.
of like game series that like there, but you didn't platinum them. And this would be so satisfying if you actually have all of them platinum. It would be really time consuming, sure, but like you got your Far Cry, obviously coming off the Fallout games. Oh my.
See, that's funny. In my head, I remember when I watched like the fucking 30 seconds of this, that would have been it. That I jumped to where it's like him being like, oh yeah, Far Cry and Fallout would be cool to get all the series. I agree. There is a bunch of game series that I want to get all the platinums in. Obviously, I've mentioned a few of them. But it's funny how I misremembered the video.
Like,
I feel bad. I should have watched this ages ago. I do like the Far Cry games. Me and my pal, we played through all the stories on co-op. But in terms of getting the platinums for them, I just don't want to grind through it all. The games are all just so similar back to back that I don't think I could get the platinum. There is Far Cry 1. I think it is on the PS3. I own that. I will get the platinum just so I've got a Far Cry platinum. But in terms of all the newer games, I won't go for the platinum on them.
you got your Far Cry.
Also, just when I was showing it there, that's another game. Where was it?
Platinum would be really time consuming, sure, but like you got your Far
Fear Effect Sedna. He just missed it again.
Cry, obviously coming off the Fallout game.
Fear Effect Sedna, that is yet another game I bought and just have not touched. Like the amount of money I've spent on games and just never touched them is ridiculous.
Games. Oh my god, you are FIFA man, huh? Since 09, you skipped 10, you skipped 14, and 21.
Yeah, so out of all the FIFA games, I've only got one platinum. So growing up, I had the Xbox 360 in my room, and then the PS3 was in the living room. So like, my mum and dad would watch Blu-rays on it, and then me and my dad would play each other on FIFA. So that was like a living room console kind of thing. So never really bothered with the trophy hunting, and it wasn't until FIFA 23, the final FIFA, where I was like, oh, I've played all these FIFA games and I've not got a single FIFA Platinum, and it's now going to become EAFC. So I was like, I feel like I need to, just for the sake of it, jump on and get a FIFA Platinum. So that's what I've done. I get FIFA 23, and I think that was the one actually. I think I had to buy it, you know. I think I had to spend real money to get that because of the Volta football. I always loved FIFA growing up, but I never really played the online that much.
You like FIFA? I'm guessing, huh? You like FIFA? You only platinum the last one, or the yeah. I don't know what is.
Even looking at these, I'm like, I bet you I could probably go back and clean up a bunch of easy trophies. Probably a handful of ultra rares as well in all these FIFA games. But the amount of the thing is, because the trophy lists are so similar every single fucking year, I feel like it would just be like torture going back and try to clean them up. Obviously, the platinums are unobtainable, but see, just getting the ultra rares and shit.
The last one? Didn't they change it to like FC whatever?
Yeah, EAFC. I don't actually. Did he mention it earlier that I had the EA? I don't know if I would have had the EAFC Platinum. I feel like I must have when he done this video.
I can't get into
But I've got one FIFA Platinum and I've got one EAFC Platinum, and that's it. I think.
sport games.
I don't think I would. We just got EAFC, but is at 26 for PS Plus monthly. I don't think I would ever do another FIFA Platinum, just because the what's that fucking game mode called? Pro Clubs. I'm just not a fan of it.
Man, I find them extremely boring. Fortnite, I guess you probably just played Battle Royale, right? Because
Fortnite, I never even really played that much. I played the God, I can't remember what season it would have been. Season 3, season 4. I played through that whole battle pass. It got me like some superhero. Oh no, it was a Viking. Was the level 100 skin, and never touched it for years. Then was it maybe like 2 or 3 months ago? They had the Simpsons collab. I played through Fortnite for that just to get my Homer Simpson skin and my evil Homer Simpson skin, and then since then uninstalled it, never played it. Like I mentioned earlier, Apex was my thing during lockdown.
obviously, if you played Fortnite, most likely because Battle Royale don't have a single trophy.
Also, there's another one right above it, Football Manager 2024. I loved Football Manager. The first few videos on this channel was actually all Football Manager stuff. I done what teams did I do? I done Celtic, and this is back in 2017 because the series was called Better Than Brendan. So Brendan Rodgers took over Celtic, and I was like, I'm going to play through a career mode with Celtic and see if I can do better than what Brendan done. And God, I'm trying to remember. I think I won the league invincible. I won one of the cups. I think I got knocked out of one, but I got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Because mate, Moussa Dembele was a fucking monster on FM17. But anyway, yeah, what other teams did I play as? Celtic. I done Scottish national team getting into the World Cup, Irish national team, American national team, and the North Korean national team. And then that's when I stopped the Football Manager videos. But I was like, it'd be cool to get a Football Manager Platinum, and just playing it on console feels illegal. I'll be honest, it just does not feel right. It's one of the games that's got to be played with a mouse and keyboard.
So you probably just played VR, which makes sense. Game of Thrones, I think, is a Telltale game.
Yeah, that's the Telltale Game of Thrones, and I do have the RPG version, which is like set. I think it's set during the first season of the TV show, and it's one of the ones I bought it specifically to do a video on it. But it's just I've never got around to doing it.
Goat Sim took you one day.
31 trophies out of 83. I didn't realise they had so much DLC.
Yeah, you don't have a single DLC completed, which is fine. You got the platinum, so
Goat Simulator was one of the ones. It feels like it just. Let me describe it as like YouTuber slop. Say like a PewDiePie. Obviously, he doesn't make videos anymore, but like what he was back in the day, where it's like overreacting and pretending everything's funny. I feel like that's what Goat Simulator was made for. Was for those people. But it was a really easy platinum. Even there was one trophy, and people were like, "Oh, this trophy is really difficult." I forget what it's called. Flappy Goat or maybe Flappy Duck. It's based off the Flappy Duck mobile game, and I managed to get it really easily, thankfully.
doesn't really matter. You didn't do Ragnarok. You didn't do Chains of Olympus.
Ragnarok would have been. I don't know if that would have been the PS Plus trial thing, or if that would have been the PlayStation Stars just booting it up to get the PlayStation points. But I played through God of War 2018. Didn't really enjoy it that much. I won't go for the platinum just because of I think it's like all the pigeons, no ravens. You need to kill a bunch of ravens collectibles. I'm like, I do not want to go through that. Maybe God of War, like the OG one. I've got that on PS3. I actually popped one trophy on it for the most embarrassing trophies video. But I'd be down to try them again. God of War Ascension as well. I've got 2 trophies. That is just, I think, starting up the game and then the online trophy. Because what I do for a lot of games is, if I know they've got online, I'll do the online trophies just so that game is future proof and I can come back to it whenever I want.
And you got 2 trophies for Ascension. I'm guessing you probably finished God of War. Let me see. Did you finish God of War, the story? Yep, there we go. Spread the ashes. You completed the story at least, but you didn't get the platinum. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Damn, I forgot. But Golf with Your Friends is above it as well. I don't know if he's going to mention that.
Okay, you got.
Nah, I don't think he is. Right, Golf with Your Friends was a really fun game. Me and my pals played it together. I think it was dirt cheap, like £3 maybe. And we were jumping on playing it, and I was like, oh, this platinum trophy doesn't seem that difficult. There was one golf course, because it's like you need to get under par on every single course, that was really difficult, and I was like, fuck. I ended up having to use a guide just for this very last fucking section because it was so difficult. And honestly, see if you use a guide, that platinum is a 1 out of 10 because they tell you exactly where to aim at this exact spot, put it to 3 bars power, and it's a hole in one. Like the physics on it is mad, and like how they figure it out, I don't know. But if you want a really easy platinum, Golf with Your Friends is one you could get.
Gotham
Also, see, just playing it with your friends, also very good game.
Knights. Damn you.
Yeah. So as I was saying though, Goosebumps is probably like the first kind of, I wouldn't call it shovelware. It's not a shovelware game, but that was like the first game I bought solely because it was going to be an easy platinum to get. I played through it with a guide, and yeah, as you can see, platinum in 4 hours, 23 minutes. Very, very easy. Gotham Knights, me and my pal played through that. We really enjoyed it. We were both fans of the Arkham series. Um, and then the cleanup. I don't remember how difficult the cleanup was. It was one of the ones, I think it was just a grind. So put a podcast on, switch your brain off, and get it done. But I don't know. I think Gotham Knights was kind of overhated. I don't think it was as bad as everybody said it was.
We really went out there to do Gotham Knights, but not like a God of War game. What are we doing here? Huh? What are we doing here? Yeah, I can see your GTA collection. We got no GTA completed. I do see this
Since then, I do have a GTA Vice City Platinum, I guess is.
one. I did see it earlier. We were clearly working on GTA.
I only had 1 trophy left, and it was for listening at every radio station. So, if I remember right, I think I was saving that for Platinum 150, just so it was like a cool milestone. GTA Vice City is the most nostalgic Grand Theft Auto game for me because I remember playing that so much as a kid. Like just driving around, putting the radio on, listening to the music, Michael Jackson and stuff, Hall and Oates. Like, it was just a really good time. Vice City and GTA 4 are up there. They're the 2 best Grand Theft Auto games for me. GTA 4, I will get the 100% for probably this year. I kind of want to get it done for GTA 6 coming out if it does come out this year. But I beat the game without stealing a car. So the idea is drop a video before GTA 6 comes out and it's can you 100% GTA 4 without stealing a car.
GTA.
Also, I've got every version of GTA, so it's you can see there I've got Vice City Definitive Edition, then I've got the OG PS2 version, which is now delisted. I've got that for San Andreas GTA 3 as well. And as cool as it would be, I would prefer to have the OG versions of the games. The Definitive Editions, as shit as they were when they launched, they're much more easier, much more enjoyable to play in terms of like controls and stuff like that than the
Vice
original
City.
versions. I think out of them, it was only GTA 3 that I actually beat on the story on PS4. I don't think I've done any of the other ones.
As the recording of this video, you just need to listen to all music stations at least once, and that's your only trophy. Okay, good luck with that.
Also, GTA 5, I've got all the online trophies required for the Platinum. The only thing that's putting me off that is the gold medals. You need 70 gold medals. I think last time I checked I was at like 50, but it's one of the ones, every time I go on to try and get them done, the loading times are brutal. I just not enjoying it. It's one of the ones I just need to not go down one weekend and try and get it smashed out. But all the hard stuff for GTA 5 is pretty much done for getting that platinum. I might try and get that done this year.
And that will be
We'll see. But GTA 4 platinum's definitely happening.
your first Grand Theft Auto game platinum. At least I think so. Wait, let me just double check. Yeah, that will be your first GTA Platinum.
Also, just there, I'm looking like Grim Fandango. That is a point and click game, a super easy platinum, but one I just could not get into. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions was I don't know if that launched on PS Plus or what, but my pal's a massive Harry Potter fan, so we were like, mate, let's jump on, let's do Harry Potter, it'll be a laugh. And I think the platinum's relatively easy. We get fucking spanked. I was like, I fucking hate this game. Heavenly Bodies is a game that's maybe like an easy platinum, I think. I think it's a co-op game. And Heavy Rain, I love the PS3 version. I actually said at the start of this year I was going to go back and get the platinum, but I started it and I was like, there's a specific trophy where you need to play through the game perfect. And I was like, I think I got like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes in, and then you need to use a guide the entire time. And I was like, I'm just not enjoying this. Like, I can't imagine doing this for another however many hours. So Heavy Rain is sadly a platinum that I'll probably never get.
Damn, this is a lot of games, man. Helldivers. I heard a lot of people say this is a good game. Is it
I was gonna say this.
still holding up after like few months of the release?
Yeah, this must have been not that long after Helldivers 2 came out. Helldivers 2, I really enjoyed it, but I'm kinda past it. I don't think I could go back to it. I've actually uninstalled it, but I loved it. Me and my pal had really good times on it, and if you want the platinum, I suggest getting it now because they just keep making it more and more difficult. Because there's a specific trophy, I don't even see it here, but it's fully upgrade your ship, and pretty much with most updates, they're adding more upgrades to the ship, so like long-term players have something to work towards. But if you're just wanting the platinum trophy, it's making it more and more difficult because you got to grind more stuff for it. So if you want the platinum for Helldivers 2, get it now. I did try Helldivers 1, and I actually didn't hate the game, but I think there was just too many online trophies, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this solo. And like I said, I don't really like fucking about on PSNP, having to rely on other people.
I don't know. Hitman. We're almost done with Hitman. What happened? I mean, I know this game doesn't have a platinum, but
I was going to say, I think the only thing missing for Hitman 1, which doesn't have a platinum, is Colorado and Hokkaido. I don't know how you say that. It's my two least favourite maps, so I just don't have it in me to grind it out right now. I will go back and get it done eventually because I do want 100% on Hitman 1.
obviously it's a few levels. Okay, fair enough. Hitman Go, Absolution, Blood Money, Contracts. Okay, we got a Hitman OG. I love the Hitman games, man. I need
Yes,
to do
my
them.
man.
Especially the old ones, the Blood Money, Contracts.
Hitman Blood Money is without a doubt the best Hitman game of all time.
Love these games, man. Took 8 years to do it. Damn. When did you start it? Let me see. 2015. Damn.
Yeah, I think I just played through most of the game and then went back and cleaned it up. There was a specific trophy. I think it was getting every single weapon. It was just a pain to get.
2015. 2015 was like 2 years ago. But that's cool though. I think we need to go back and clean up the.
I'm going to clean up Hitman 1, which is Hitman 2016. Hitman 2, probably not, just because it's 100% all the Hitman 2 levels and then also all the Hitman 1 levels. If I'd 100%ed Hitman 1, it would auto pop all the Hitman 2 trophies back in the day, but now it won't because I'd already like transferred my save file, so I'm gonna have to redo all the shit I'd already done in Hitman 1, which I don't fancy. So Hitman 1, 100%, Hitman 2, probably pass. Hitman 3, I will get the platinum for, just so I can get every single Hitman platinum. Then, yeah, it's only Hitman 3 and 2 Silent Assassin, which is back on the PS3 that I need to do, and then I've done every single Hitman game. Even Hitman Go, which was like a mobile game, surprisingly fun, little easy platinum to knock out.
Hitman games. Damn, Indigo Prophecy. This is Fahrenheit, right? This is the same people who made Quantic Dream. This is the people who made Heavy Rain and Beyond the Souls or Detroit Become Human. You got
Mate, our game is Buddy's got ball knowledge because the amount of people that are like, what's Fahrenheit? What's Indigo Prophecy remastered? Mate, he knows his fucking games. I'll give him his credit. Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy remastered was great. I remember watching my brother play it on the PS2, and it just had such like a cool opening where it's like this guy. It's like a tiny diner in New York, and this guy's like just killing some random dude in the toilets, and then he like becomes unpossessed, and you need to like hide the murder weapon, clean up the body scene before the police come in, and then escape. And I'd always wanted to play it, so I finally done it, and yeah, it was a really good game. Gets super wacky at points, and you need to play through it on the hardest difficulty, which, to be fair, wasn't that bad, apart from one section in particular. Because I never used a guide, I'd missed some of like the lives. So let's say if you fail a QTE, you lose a life. And there was one section in particular where I only had one life left, and like all this furniture's flying at. If you've played the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. All the furniture's flying at you in your room, and I don't know what it was. If there was like a delay, but the QTEs were fucking solid. I actually had to have my brother standing beside me, and he had the guide of like all the QTEs that were coming up. So it's like square, boom. He would tell me it before it actually came up, so I could get. I think it must have been an input lag or something, but that was fucking solid. See if you play it with a guide though, you'd be able to smash it out easy. I think I'd recommend playing it blind though, just because it is such an interesting story. Like I said, it gets very fucking wacky. I was about to say towards the end. I think that halfway point is when it starts getting mental, if even that.
Infamous collection, but you only have first light and second sight. That's fine. Once again, I'm guessing you probably just play through the story and then.
Infamous 1 and 2. I played through maybe just over half of Infamous 1. And in Infamous 2, I'm surprised I've even got that many trophies because I did not get far in it at all. For whatever reason, I just didn't like Infamous 2. Infamous Second Son, loved it. Went back, got the Platinum. Platinum in 9 years. I'm surprised I never just waited and let that be a 10-year Platinum. And Infamous First Light was, enjoyable. It was alright for what it was.
Call it today. This is 2011. Yeah, this is an old account, man. This is an old account. Each takes two. Okay.
Infamous is one of the ones I would like to get all the Platinums for. I just don't. I just don't want to grind it. And then also, as I can see it there, John Wick Hex. Sorry, my throat. John Wick Hex was a game I was super excited for. I remember seeing the trailers for it and everything, it getting shown, and I was like, this looks so cool. And then I finally played it, and I was like, so disappointed. I did not enjoy it. I wonder if I went back to it now, how I would feel about it, especially since there is a John Wick game coming. I think maybe if I'd done a video on that, we could maybe tie it in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Does this have
Also, Jack and Daxter. I've tried to play that so many times, and just I don't get the hype. I don't like the games.
any DLC? I don't think so. Yeah. Killer Frequency.
I do have all the Hazelight games, Platinums. I don't think It Takes Two, not It Takes Two, sorry, Split Fiction would have came out when he made this video, but A Way Out, It Takes Two, Split Fiction, fantastic games. Hazelight Studios can do no wrong in my eyes. I love those guys.
I don't know what this is.
Killer Frequency was actually a surprisingly fun game. It was one of the ones I was like, this looks kind of like dumb fun. And what it is you're a radio DJ, and a serial killer's on the loose. I think he kills all the police, and the only remaining police officer has to leave and go to the next town to get reinforcements. So she's like, all the 911 calls are going to get redirected to the radio. So you need to help people. So people will phone up, they're like, this guy's chasing me, where'd I go? Da, 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 da. And you help them. But you can get the Platinum in 2 playthroughs. Well, you need 2 playthroughs. Everybody lives and everybody dies. I would recommend you do it in 3 playthroughs and just enjoy the game for your first playthrough, because it is very funny. See, just fucking with people on it. That was a really good game actually.
I feel like this is like a PS Plus game.
Yeah, I think it was PS Plus Extra. I don't think we got it as a monthly game.
Killzone. Wow, you got your Killzone collection, yeah? Nope.
Killzone Liberation was the PSP game, and the only reason I'd done it was because I wanted a Killzone Platinum, and Shadowfall, the servers went offline. Killzone 2, I think that had online and the servers went off, same with Killzone 3, which I've not played. And then Killzone Mercenary, the Vita game. I never really liked the Vita, to be honest. I never used it much. So I was like, if I want a Killzone game, it's got to be Liberation.
Not that, Killzone. You don't
It is an easy platinum though, if you want to add Killzone to your collection.
have Killzone 3 though, but it's kind of pointless because I think the servers are dead. Tomb Raider, Lara Croft.
Yeah, Lara Croft Go it wasn't as good as Hitman Go, to be fair. And I think I ended up needing a guide to beat it. And some of the collectibles as well were hidden really well. So if you wanted Lara Croft Go, I would say just use a guide straight off rip. We were supposed to get Deus Ex Go, because those are the 3 games that are on mobile, but for some reason we just never got Deus Ex, which is disappointing.
1 week ago.
What is this that's popped up? What have I done?
Didn't know this guy had platinum. I know about this game, but I didn't know it had a platinum. I thought it just had a 100%. Late Shift, I think that's a PS Plus game, because I remember.
I don't know if it's on PS Plus. I definitely bought it, but it might have went on PS Plus eventually. Late Shift was, I actually remember my pal was coming around. I don't know if it was a UFC event or a WWE event, but I was like, guys, you need to play this game. It is so good. It's like an interactive film. And it was a really good playthrough for the first time, but getting the platinum was a bit of a pain. Because I think it's Wales Interactive. There's done a few games since then, but just with how much a pain getting the platinum was, I don't know if I would do any other of their games.
By having that in my collection. Leisure Suit
Also, just seen it there, Lego Lord of the Rings. I need to go back and finish that on PS3.
Larry, Where Dreams Don't Die. Okay, what are we playing? And you're about to play.
Also, peep the date. I thought it would be funny to platinum that on Valentine's, but I can't mind why I never. I don't know if a save file got corrupted or what, but I just never get around to it. Then there's a sequel, Try Twice. If I remember right, I don't think I enjoyed it, and it was one of the ones where it was like, I need to use a guide the entire time, so just never got around to it. There is, I don't know if he'll mention it.
Assuming the sequel, I guess it was
Box Office Bust on the PS3. I will be doing that
interesting.
whenever I get around to it.
I don't know. Life is Strange, that's pretty cool.
Mate, I hated Life is Strange. I did not enjoy it at all. It's one of the ones I feel like the twist was pure obvious, but I'm also not their demographic. I don't think they made the game for people like me. Did not enjoy it. I played Life is Strange 2, or well, I tried to play it on PC. I don't even think I finished the first episode. It was a mess.
You would like the first one, Lollipop Chainsaw.
Lollipop Chainsaw, I've done a video on it. Absolutely loved it, and it's probably, you know what, that might be my favourite Platinum Pop. That might be better than the Duke Nukem one.
That's also pretty cool. Mafia, that's the definitive edition, took you 6 days. So here we have your...
Damn, mate, I'm surprised he missed Mafia 2. He never mentioned that. Mafia 2 is in my top 5 all-time games. Absolutely loved it. Mafia 1, if I remember right, I think I streamed the entire Platinum process for that. And that race, the infamous race on the hardest difficulty, I think it took me over an hour. It was horrible. But yeah, I've got Mafia 1 and 2. I'm not going to do Mafia 3. I don't think I'd thought about it, but I think it would just be not a pleasant time. Mafia the Old Country, I'll get that though. I'll get that platinum done.
Pretty cool.
I think the thing with Mafia 3 is how much of a mess it is. And then also, I think it's 3 or 4 playthroughs you need to do. It just doesn't sound like a fun time.
Mafia.
And I'm sure I get a bug trophy. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something to do with Cassandra or something. I think the lassie's name was. There was a bug trophy I had.
That's the definitive edition, took you 6 days. So here we have your Marvel games.
Yeah, I'm just scanning it. Oh, look at the very top. Man vs. Wild with Bear Grylls, Manhunt. That was 2 games that I bought, that I planned on doing videos on and just never get round to it. Marvel Avengers. I think I bought that just because it was getting delisted. I think it was the collector's, maybe not the collector's edition, deluxe edition or some shit. And it was dirt cheap. I was like, you know what, I'll buy it. See what it's like. It was not good. Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale. I need to actually get that back off my pal, because I played 2 minutes of it. Then I gave it to him. He's had that for like 4 years now, actually, just looking at that. I need to get it off him. And then I'm sure he'll come to it, but the Spider-Man trilogy. The Marvel Spider-Man 1, I've 100%ed that. I cleaned that up January, February time. Spider-Man 2 I won't do, just because the only thing that's left is New Game Plus, and I did not enjoy that game. I don't want to go through it again. And then Miles Morales, 100%ed. Unpopular opinion, might be controversial. I think Miles Morales is the best out of that trilogy.
Avengers, don't blame me for not playing it. That's completely fine. Spider-Man 2, and Miles. You didn't get... I'm guessing this is the New Game Plus trophies. Fair enough. I don't blame you, but...
Also, you can see at the bottom there, Mass Effect as well. I love the Mass Effect games. I will get the platinum on them all, but like everything else, there's just so much time and not enough time in the day to get all these platinums done. Medal of Honor Frontline at the very bottom. That might be a video this year.
Still, it's pretty easy. Wow, you got your Metal Gear games.
Yeah, I don't think I've platinumed a Metal Gear game since he would have done this video, but that's another one. I would love to get every Metal Gear Solid platinum. In fact, no, since he'd done this, I get the Metal Gear Solid 3 platinum. I done it on PS3. I need to play through Metal Gear Solid 2. That's the only one I've not done the story on. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to get all the Metal Gear platinums. The only one that might be a pain is Peace Walker, just because of the online stuff. I think I actually started grinding it and then just fell away from it. In fact, Peace Walker as well. Peace Walker and 2 are the only two Metal Gear Solid games that I haven't beat, excluding Survive. I don't know if the fans even count that one.
You
And Metal Gear Rise and Revengeance, actually. I played the. I think I got to not even the first boss fight. I think it might have been the first enemy. It was some robot dog. And he just beat the shit out of me. And I was like, yeah, okay, this ain't my type bang.
have your Metro games over here. This is the 4 Metro games. You only have the first one. This is the. I don't know my Metro game. I don't know which order they came out in. But you only have one of them done.
Yeah, no, he was right. That's the first one. Metro 2033, then Last Light, Exodus, and then 2039 is what we're getting at the end of this year. So I actually thought about doing, what's it called? Is like Nuclear Apocalypse Backlog, and it was going to be Atomfall, Metro Last Light, and I forget what the other game would have been. It wasn't a Fallout game. But yeah, I was going to do a Metro game, and just because of all the political stuff that was going on, I was like, probably not the best time to do it, but I'll get Last Light, I'll get the platinum for that. Exodus, I don't know. The thing with Exodus was, I was enjoying it, but the load times, it was genuinely like 7 minutes just to load in after you died, and I was like, I don't have the patience for this. The load times were a fucking joke. I don't know if on PS5 it'll be much better, but I'm down to try it out.
Murder's Edge. Whoa, did you get the DLC? The multiplayer.
Like I mentioned earlier, whenever I know a server's going down, there's like a website that I look at, and it tells you all the upcoming server closures. I just jumped on, cleaned up the online trophies, and uninstalled the game, because I do what I do the Mirror's Edge games.
Play trophies. Oh, so you got these 2 trophies, so you can still get the platinum for this game, for Murder's Edge, because the servers are now dead, and these 2 trophies, which you luckily have, are multiplayer trophies, so you can still go back and clean this game, which is pretty cool. NBA, this was PS Plus. I remember.
Murdered Soul Suspect was, you can see I got the platinum for it. That was one I was so excited, because I was like, it's such a cool idea for a game where it's, you're a detective trying to solve your own murder whilst you're a ghost, and just was not a good game, very boring. And then above that, Murder Mystery Machine, that's another one. I don't know what video that would have been tied into, but that's another one I bought. I was like, that could be a cool video, and just never done it. Need for Speed, I always wanted a Need for Speed platinum, but yeah, I think it was Need for Speed, that PS4 version. It's meant to be the easiest Need for Speed, and I just could not get into it. I'm not really a big fan of racing games, but if I wanted to like a platinum from every single popular franchise, I feel like I would eventually need to get one.
This game came to PS Plus. This is 2016, and you played it in 2016.
I think that's the only NBA game that I ever played. Not really a big basketball fan.
Damn, a lot of games. Big gap. You got PGA.
Hey, Peaky Blinders Mastermind. I get the platinum for that, and Defroth done a video on it, and it's surprisingly, it looks like a shitty mobile game, but it was actually a pretty decent game.
This is the golf game. You like your
PGA Tour 2K21. That must have been the PS Plus monthly game, but that was just a fun game to play whilst watching TV in the background. So I don't think I would ever do another PGA game though. I did want to do Rory McIlroy PGA Tour, just because that's like a super ultra rare platinum, and I've got all the online trophies done back in 2015 or whenever that game came out. But the game's expensive and my disc doesn't work, so I think it's like £15-20 in CEX to buy it, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. We'll see.
sport games, huh? Over here we got your Prince of Persia. We got 2 Prince of Persia's done, but
Yeah, Prince of Persia. Did I do a video on the 2008 game? I think, yeah, I did. I done a video on that one. And then I was like, oh, I want to get every single Prince of Persia Platinum. So I'd done Sands of Time, which was a trip down nostalgia lane. Loved it. Then Warrior Within was the only game out of that trilogy that I never played back in the PS2. Sands of Time and Two Thrones, loved. And then Warrior Within, I just never played. And I see why, because when I went back to try and do it, I was like, oh, I do not like this game, so I never done it. And it kind of put me off doing the trilogy, but I need to just go back. I reckon I just skip Warrior Within. I reckon I just go straight to Two Thrones, then Forgotten Sands. I don't know if there's another Prince of Persia game. I can't mind off the top of my head.
Not this one. I mean, you clearly got very distracted by Prison Break.
Mate, Prison Break, actually a pretty fun game. Don't shit on it too much. I might actually do a Prison Break video at some point, maybe in the next year or so, just on a specific achievement. I think I would do it as like an Xbox video. I actually wanted to do, so I platinumed Prison Break, and then I was like, I had an idea for a video, and I booted up my alt account, and it was, can you platinum Prison Break before they escape in the show? And I don't know how many episodes there is in a season. I think it's like 16 or something. But by the end, towards the end of the second episode, I'd nearly finished the campaign, and I was like, yeah, this isn't even going to be like close enough to make it an interesting video, so I just scrapped it.
You know, which took you 5 days. But in fact, hold on. This seems recent. No, wait, 2024. That's a year ago. Damn. You got another soccer game.
Yeah, PES, that's another one. I think I started recording the platinum for that. So that was going to be, I can't mind exactly what the title was, like platinum in a 10-year-old soccer game, because that one doesn't have any online trophies, and it was just a boring process. It wasn't something that you could turn into an interesting video in anyway.
You like your soccer, man. You like your...
And then PES 2019 would have been, that's when they collabed with Celtic and a bunch of other teams. So it was like, oh, like Celtic Park, all the players had their faces scanned, and I was like, mate, fuck FIFA. I will I will gladly jump in and play PES instead.
Soccer. Another game. This is 2014, 2019. Whoa. Let me see. Let me investigate. Hold on. So FIFA 14 is missing because you were busy playing Pro Evolution Soccer 14.
I didn't even know that. That's mad. I remember that actually.
So you switched teams in that year. Oh, you bought both games in 2019. You even got the platinum to the 2014. Damn, you.
I didn't even know that I played FIFA 19, to be honest. I thought I was fully just PES that year, because I mean my pals taking the piss at me for it.
Really switch teams hard, nah?
And then Prominence Poker, which you can see there, I think that's a super difficult platinum, but that was another game where it was just jumping on. Me and my pals would have a few drinks and have a laugh. That was a good time.
You got the platinum and everything. Damn, yeah, you got all your Resident Evil games, but not a single one platinumed.
I don't know how long after he done this video I would get the Resident Evil 5 platinum, because originally I kept putting it off because I wanted to do like the Resident Evil platinums in order, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then me and Leon done 5 together, and I was like, there's no point in me just waiting with one trophy left to pop this platinum, so I just done 5. And that's another one. I'd love to get every single Resident Evil platinum, but just the time sink. There's so many games I want to get platinums for and just not enough time.
Resistance, I think.
Resistance Retribution, that's the same as Killzone, that's a PSP game. Resistance 1 doesn't have trophy support. 2 and 3 have trophies, but they've got online trophies, so platinum's unobtainable. So I was like, if I bought a Resistance platinum, got to do Retribution.
This was like the PS.
If I remember, it's also a very easy platinum if you wanted to get it.
PSP remaster thing. Yep. Rocket League. Okay.
Rocket League I loved, see, especially at launch. I spent so many hours playing Rocket League, it's ridiculous. I think the highest I ever got in ranked was Diamond, but mate, Rocket League was, I loved it.
Rocket League has like a ton of DLC, right? Yeah, we got.
I guess got a bunch of DLC, but it's all like club stuff that you need to play with other people, whereas I always just played it solo. I tried to get my pals into it. I actually carried, that's how I remember I was Diamond. I carried my pal to Diamond and he was fucking shit at the game. I managed to carry him to it, and my pals just did not like the game.
A ton of DLC.
But yeah, look, there's even like a trophy there. New profile, who this? Change your profile banner, avatar border, and player title. That's super easy. I could get that in 2 seconds of just Never went back to it. It's one of the games that's kind of like the same as FIFA, where I'll just randomly download it, play it for a week, and then uninstall it again.
and you
Yeah, yeah, it's all club stuff, club mates, an online tournament, shit like that.
just missing like these two. Okay. Rogue Company. The server
Hey, there's Rory McIlroy that I was talking about. 28th of December 2016 last done.
are dying, I think, or they was he shutting it down or something. So you probably want to clean this up before the servers.
I think that was one my pal was really into, and he was like, "Mate, jump on it, play it with me." And I was like, "Yeah, right." And it was alright. It was interesting, but I never really loved it enough to play it enough to get the platinum, or even close to the platinum. And now you can see play 25 hours in a party, so I'd need to find somebody else to play it with. If the servers are even still online, I doubt it at this point.
It really calls it a day, you know, because that's the worst online games, and then the servers die and you can't go back. Especially because there's a lot of single player games on this list that the servers will die, and you know, you won't be able to go back because there's a lot of games like the Resident Evil games. You can, even though it looks horrendous, you know, to say the
I don't think he's a fan of the 0% and 1% in my trophy list.
least, but you can still come back and
I was just looking at that there as well. Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I want to do that, but it's fucking annoying. I've got the PS3 and the PS4 version. PS3 is a remake. It doesn't have a platinum. PS4 is just a straight rip of the PS2 version, so it's like shitter, but it's got a platinum. I was like, come on. It's so annoying.
clean this up because most of them are all single player, and that can be said with a lot of other games like Ratchet.
Even Ratchet and Clank, I've tried to get into and I couldn't. It's really easy platinums and it's like kid games, but I'm just not interested. Pursuit Force though, I did get the platinum for that, and I forget what its sequel's called, but I did do the two Pursuit Force games. They were pretty fun.
And Clank and what have you. But when it comes to like games like Rogue Company and a few other ones in between, it's gonna be hard to come back to because obviously servers and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Saints Row, understandable. You
Saints Row. You know what? It's the out of all them games, I've not played the remake yet, or the reboot, I should say. But I think that's one I might get the platinum for. You know, Saints Row 4. I don't know if me and my pal finished that, but Defo's finished Get Out of Hell. I don't know if I would go back and finish them up for the platinum. Saints Row the Third, I'll never get it done. I was right at the very end. I maybe only had 2 or 3 trophies left, and my save file got corrupted, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not putting myself through that again. So Saints Row 3 never happened. Get Out of Hell 4, maybe unlikely, but I do want a Saints Row Platinum, and it will most likely be the reboot.
started the game and this was, you know, you said this is the biggest part of dog shit and you called it the day. I mean, you got Saw.
I think the only reason I booted it up would have been for the PlayStation Stars thing, get my reward points.
Took you 4 days to do. Okay.
I done Saw, done a video on it, and I also have Saw 2, which I bought years. I think I bought Saw 2 at the same time. Still not touched it.
Okay. Sleeping Dogs took you
Fine.
2 months. Then you called it the day. I mean, you got Saw. Took you 4 days to do. Okay.
Sifu, I started, played a bit of it. It was kind of enjoyable, but didn't love it. And then the Silent Hill games, I need to go back. I need to get them done. Skull Island, Rise of Kong, that was a game I started, and I was like, this is a piece of fucking dog shit. I just never went back to.
Okay. Sleeping Dogs took you 2 months. You got
Sleeping Dogs, fantastic game. Played it on 360, loved it. Played it on PC, loved it again. Then played it again for a third time on PS4 so I could get a platinum. Amazing game. But it's one of the ones where it's been called underrated so many times. It's no longer underrated. It's perfectly rated. It's a brilliant game. Would highly recommend. I think the only thing I'm missing for the 100% is something stupid. It's like annoying that I would need to grind it. That's why I've never done it.
your Sly Cooper Platinums. I mean, well, you only got 2 Sly Cooper Platinums, not this.
Yeah, so the Sly Cooper Platinums, you can see 2015. That's when I was getting more hardcore into like trophy hunting, and they're on the Vita. So I bought the Vita, and I was like, oh, whilst I'm in work, I can like grind away, get some platinum trophies, and then done 1 and 2, and then 3 was when I was really falling away for the series, and I was like, oh, I just could not get into it. I beat the story. I think it's just I need to achieve 100%, which is playing through like a bunch of missions and doing challenges on them, which is not enjoyable. So I don't know if I'll get the Sly 3 Platinum. It's unlikely. Thieves of Time I might do, just because it's on the PS3. I could probably go back and get that done.
This one. Okay. Spyro the Dragon. You played the other two games? Well, played 0% again, but like you got
Spyro, bought the trilogy, and I was like hyped for it. I was like, yes, I'm ready for the nostalgia. Played through the first game, started the second, and I was like, I'm done. I've had my fill.
Spyro the Dragon. You know, took it 3 days. You got Star Wars games, Battlefront 2, Full.
Battlefront 2 was good, apart from there was like online trophies. It was like ship versus ship stuff was an absolute pain. Fallen Order was good. Jedi Survivor, I done the entire platinum. I streamed it. I think it's still on the channel as well.
Order and Survivor. Okay.
I'm a Star Wars fan, just not when they say like the biggest Star Wars fan. Star Wars Bounty Hunter at the top as well was annoying because I bought that and it never had a platinum. Then they re-released it maybe like a year ago, and now it's got a platinum trophy, and I'm like, they've done me dirty.
I mean, you like your Star Wars. I can see it. You got all the Star Wars games.
Still Wakes the Deep as well. Fantastic game. I think that was my game of the year when it came out, and they have since added DLC, which I need to buy and play through it.
That you either tampered with or you got the full 100% for it. Pretty cool.
Stranded Deep as well was me and my pal played through the forest, which is another game I need to clean up, and absolutely loved it. We were like, oh mate, Stranded Deep, it's like the forest at sea, and it was horrible. It was not a good game, not enjoyable at all. But there was a time where you could get it like a super easy platinum if you just joined somebody's game. But not to say I'm better than people that auto pop, but it's not not really my kind of thing. And then Stray, I don't know why it's the PS4 and 5 version, but that was one where I was like, it seems like such a stupid concept for a game, but everybody's hyping it up. I'll get a shot. And literally, I couldn't even play half an hour of it because it's a cat meowing constantly. My dog was just going mental. I probably could have played it with earphones in, but it never really appealed to me that much, so just never went back to it.
Still Wakes in the Deep. I've seen this game. Siphon Filter. You got your Siphon Filter collection. Yeah, these are pretty easy, right?
They are easy, but also I loved playing through them. I can't remember if it was Siphon Filter 2 or 3 that me and my brother used to play back in the day on the PS1. It was like a multiplayer playing against each other. He beat the shit out of me. I don't think I ever beat him at it, but it was just good nostalgia. And then playing through them all, they're actually surprisingly decent games. We need more games like Siphon Filter. I'd love to see the series get brought back.
These are like the PS1 like remastered port thing. Tales from the Borderland. Easily the best Telltale game.
I'm trying to think of other. See, be fair, I don't like the Borderlands games, but I did like Tales from the Borderlands. Try and get other Telltale games. Nah, mate. The Walking Dead Season 1, best Telltale game of all time. Not even close.
Putting it out there. Tekken 8 and 7. Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, I mentioned that I've got the Tekken 7 and 8 Platinum. I do have 6, but I haven't started getting the Platinum for it yet. I don't know how difficult that'll be.
I'm assuming they are really easy.
I did play Tekken 2. Was it Tekken 2 or Tekken 3 back in the day on the PS1? I used to love it. And they brought Tekken 2 onto the PS5, but it doesn't have trophy support, which fucking sucks.
Tekken Revolution. Okay. I mean, you don't have the Platinum, but it's great to see someone actually have that on the
I think Tekken Revolution was the online only game on PS3. I think it might have been free to play. And I think I maybe played like a handful of games. I just kept getting the shit beat at me. And I was like, yes, this isn't for me. Also, the Bureau XCOM Declassified, that's another one I bought for a video that I still need to do. The Forgotten XCOM game.
the list, you know. I don't know what the hell this is, but 2016.
Tesla Grad. It's one of the ones, I think it was like a side scrolling kind of thing. Might have been like puzzles, but I don't really remember it that well. It's one of the ones, I think I bought it, played it a bit, then left it, and then seen somebody say it's a super easy platinum, so I just smashed it out. Also, you can see there, The Godfather 2, I want to get the platinum for, because the original idea was 100% it on Xbox 360, The Godfather 1, because it doesn't have trophy support on PS3, then do The Godfather 2, get the platinum for that, put it in the one video, but there's DLC for the Xbox One, and it's been taken offline, so you can't get the 100% for Xbox. I could probably still do a video on it, but I just don't know how I would title it or package it, you know?
Okay, scrolling all the way down to a Last of Us. Then we got the Last of Us Remastered. The Long Reach. Never heard of that.
Yeah, Last of Us, loved it. Done the Last of Us remastered. The online trophies was a pain, but I'm kind of glad I've got the remastered version instead of the inferior Part 1.
Way down to a Last of Us. Then we got the Last of Us Remastered. The Long Reach.
Also, since this, I have 100%ed Part 2, which was Grounded mode, which I streamed, and permadeath. But I done the permadeath the easiest way, where it was chapter. It just sets you back to that because I kept dying on. It was like the crane, where you need to like go across the crane as Abby. I don't know how the fuck I kept messing it up, but I just kept falling to my death. Also, there's another one, Lord of the Rings: Aragorn's Quest, a game I bought just to do a video on. Still not done it. Return to Moria. I have got the platinum for that since he done this video.
Never heard of that. The Medium. Yeah.
The Long Reach is a point and click game, and it looked a lot more interesting on the store page than what it actually was. I was kind of let down by it a bit.
Yep. Fun ass game. Not a fun game. The Order.
I was about to say the medium is not a fun game. It's straight fucking cheeks. the only reason I played that and got the platinum was that was platinum 99. So yeah, when did I get that? It must have been coming up to, was it October time? Yeah, October. So I wanted to get the Dead Space video done for Halloween. And obviously that was number 100, so I'd kind of planned out these, I think it was like 3 or 4 platinums to get me to 100, and the medium was one of them. And I remember I was hyped for it because as part of the promo or some shit, it was like, oh, from the creators of Silent Hill. But it was actually just like a single art director that worked on Silent Hill Downpour or some shit. And yeah, I was really disappointed by the medium, but got the
Never heard of
platinum.
that. The Medium. Yeah, you. Fun ass game. Not a fun game. The Order. Damn, you finished it in 6 hours. Is it really that short? Because I've always wanted to play this game, but
Yeah, the order, I wasn't even trying to get the platinum super fast. I think I just played through the story, and then I was like, oh, I've got like 3, 4 trophies left. Grab the collectibles by chapter select, and then whatever miscellaneous was left. It's actually an alright decent game. Graphics wise though, it's very impressive for like it's not a launch era PS4 game, but like start of the PS4 life cycle graphically, it's still very impressive.
never got around to do that. Damn, it takes 10 hours. Damn, that's a short ass game. The Quarry. The Walking.
The Quarry was good for like a first playthrough, then getting the platinum was a pain just because there's one chapter in particular and it's like halfway through the game. When you play through it the first time, it's a great chapter because it does like a lot of like world explaining kind of thing. But when you've already been through it like 2 or 3 times, it's like pulling teeth.
Dead games. Okay. The Wolf Among Us.
The Walking Dead, I still need to do the final season. I just missed. Obviously, I'd done it blind for my first playthrough, so I missed all the collectibles. I need to go back and get that done, which I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to. And just when I seen it there as well, The Witcher 3, that's one I've been saying for ages I'm going to get the platinum for it. It's just see going through and getting all the Gwent cards, all the collectibles. I'm not looking forward to it, but I will get the 100%. I'll probably do the DLC as well, just because I love The Witcher 3.
Okay, so you got, you like your Telltale games, I don't mind them.
Wolf Among Us was my first ever platinum as well.
They are pretty fun. This bed we made, what the hell is this? Yeah, never heard of it.
That was super disappointing, this bed we made. I remember watching the trailer for it, and I just bought it straight away. I never looked at any reviews or anything. And it was, you're playing as a maid in a hotel, and then you discover that there's this guy that's been taking pictures of you and stuff, and it ends up this story unraveling. And it's meant to be like suspense where it's like you need to be quick, he could come back at any time, but there is no timer, like he won't catch you. And I was just disappointed with it.
Time Splinters, okay, that's that PS Plus stuff.
Time Splitters 1 and 2, and since then I've done Future Perfect as well. Really fun games and good platinums. The only thing with them was the challenges. There's like the wee challenge mode. Some of them are kind of difficult, but I imagine if you use a guide you'd get it.
That came to PS Plus. And
Trying, did he skip some stuff as well though?
yeah, never heard of it. Time Splinters, okay, that's that PS Plus stuff.
Yeah, Titanfall 2. That was another one where oh god, what was it called? It's like the time trial thing at the start. It was kind of, I think it maybe took me an hour or something like that to get it done.
stuff that came to PS Plus. Understandable. I think this game also came to PS Plus at one point, right?
Yeah, Tome was actually pretty fun. It's like you play as like a photographer taking pictures of stuff, little indie game. I think I was gonna do the 100%. I started the DLC and then I was just like, you know what, I've got the platinum, I'm happy to move on.
You got the platinum, no DLC. I mean, fair enough. Damn, I just see Tom Clancy all the way down to like, yeah, we go, Tom Clancy.
I do love my Tom Clancy games. I grew up with them. Splinter Cell, the OG Ghost Recon games back in the day. Always loved Tom Clancy. Out of the platinums, I don't know if I would do Breakpoint. I started it and didn't like it. Wildlands, I would love to get, but there is so many collectibles. It's mental. Um, Rainbow Six Siege, obviously done that. Was gonna get it on PS5, but like I said, I don't like the multi stacks. Splinter Cell, I'm gonna get the platinum for. In fact, that is a 10-year platinum for Splinter Cell, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and the Division. No, the Division. Sorry, Splinter Cell Blacklist in July. So in July, I might actually smash out some Splinter Cell games. Blacklist, I managed to get all the multiplayer stuff done as well before the servers went offline. And I started playing through Pandora Tomorrow. When was that? A few months ago, maybe December actually. So Splinter Cell was 100%. I will get all the Splinter Cell games. Done a platinum for the Division. That was a video, and me and Leon done the Division 2.
The only Tom Clancy game you got is the Rainbow Six and Rainbow Six. Oh no, this is not done. This is just almost done. And you do have the Division completed as well. That's pretty cool. Tomb Raider, you started it, didn't do anything.
I don't know why the Tomb Raider trilogy is there and there's 0 trophies popped. I will get them platinums. That's another series where it's like I'd love to get all the platinums in it. I think this must have been just before I done the video driving 200 miles IRL for a PlayStation trophy, which I needed Tomb Raider 3 DLC for.
With it, you do have definitive edition. That's pretty.
That video was expensive and underperformed big time. Also, seen that there, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 is annoying because since this, I've done the platinum for 1 and 2. I've beat 3 and 4, but I needed so many playthroughs to get the platinum. In 5, I don't have the online trophies, and they were so easy. It was just rating people's parks. But I left it. I was like, you know what would be funny for like a platinum pop? Is me reviewing somebody's park, getting it a -1, and that's when the platinum trophy pops. But I shot myself in the foot because now I can never get it. But back to Tomb Raider, the definitive edition was a really good game, but the platinum was a grind just because you got to do the online stuff, getting to, I think it's like level 60, and it was just boring as fuck.
Cool. You have Toy Story 2 and 3.
Toy Story 2, played it on the PS1 back in the day. Good game. Could never finish it. Always get stuck on the airport. And I think Toy Story 3, I don't know if I was going to do a video with that actually, where it was going to be that. And then I think there's a PS3 game as well, but I just never get around to doing it.
Okay. Twisted Metal. More years.
Twisted Metal I'd done because of the TV show that came out with Anthony Mackie. And I made it more difficult for myself because they're supposed to be really easy. If you put in like certain cheat codes, you just skip to the very end. But those weren't working. They'd like patched it when I went to do it, so they were not as easy as they should have been. And they've since added 3 and 4 to the PS5, but I started 3. I think I booted it up and I just went, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm happy with just 1 and 2.
See, yeah, this is the one I played. Undisputed 2010. This is the one I played. There's no trophy list. What the hell?
I played so much UFC Undisputed back on the 360, 2009, 2010, then UFC Undisputed 3. Amazing games. But 2009 is the only one you can still get the platinum for. For some reason, the servers are still online, so you can jump on and just boost it really quick. I think it might be like a 3 or something like that, 3 out of 10.
What about this one? Also no trophy guide. Okay, I can't really judge it off.
And also, I'm pretty sure a lot of the online trophies are ultra rare for 2009 as well.
Off of right now. Then you got Uncharted. Let me see. You got 1, 2, 3. Oh, and you got 4. Lost Legacy is not.
I've done 1, 2, 3 trilogy before 4 came out in anticipation for it, and it kind of ruined 4 for me because I was just kind of sick of the series. Regret that big time. Then Uncharted Lost Legacy, I just did not like at all. I actually have since went back and done the platinum, but it wasn't as bad as what I remembered it being. And Golden Abyss, I wanted to do just because I was like, oh, I'll get every single Uncharted platinum. I've got it on the Vita, but you need to beat it on the hardest difficulty, and just playing it on the Vita feels horrible. Shout out to anybody that's actually managed to get that done.
Done. But you don't have the DLC. I also don't have the DLC, so it's completely fine.
I actually thought about doing the DLC, just like a video, getting the brutal difficulty for every Uncharted trilogy, and then the speedruns as well.
Until Dawn, pretty cool. Yeah, that's the PS4 version. This is also
Until Dawn, I'm trying to remember how if I enjoyed that platinum or not. Kind of, it's one of the ones I don't really remember it that well.
a PS Plus game. I played it
Also, there's another one, Wanted Weapons of Fate, that I want to get something done on.
also on PS Plus. Watch Dogs 1 and 2. You don't have the DLC, but fair. I can clearly see you dip your toes into Watch Dogs 1 and you were like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, Watch Dogs Legion, I played on PC when it came out because it was on Uplay Plus or whatever it's called. So I was like, oh, mate, I can play it for free. Played like halfway through it. I actually was enjoying the game, and I was like, I'll stop here so I can get the platinum on PS4 since I've done 1 and 2. And then when I tried to start Legion, I was just like, nah, I'm just not able to get into it. I do need to go back and do it just solely for the platinum. But, and even there's another game, We Happy Few. I was so buzzing for that game. Bought it and just dropped it straight away. I need to go back there.
So you got that one trophy there now. We Are Here. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing a PS Plus game.
We Were Here as a co-op game. And it's really interesting because it's all about puzzles, but it's like you're in a castle. So I'm in one half of the castle, you're in the other half. You have the answers to my puzzles, I have the answers to yours, and the only way we can communicate is by radio. And me and my pal, we played through all the We Were Here games. We Were Here, We Were Here 2, Together Forever. And then they done Expeditions the Friendship, which is like an hour long max. It is a very easy platinum, but he's not into trophy hunting. So it's one of the ones we just played through the story and then never went back. I'm actually surprised I managed to convince him to get the platinum for the first one, but yeah, he's not down to do any of the other games.
I'm assuming. What Remains of Edith Finch took you 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, that was one where he actually recommended it. He was like, "Oh mate, I played this random PS Plus game and it was actually really good." So I ended up streaming myself playing it, and I managed to get the entire platinum in one stream. Like I said, it was an hour and a half, I think, at most. Very easy. And like I said, pretty decent game as well.
The New Order, Wolfenstein. Okay. More wrestling.
Wolfenstein The New Order was... it's so funny, actually.
Okay.
My second ever platinum. So I done Wolf Among Us, and then I think that was when I just started in my new job. And the guy I was working with was playing through Wolfenstein The New Order, and he was talking about like how difficult it is, and he's played all the CODs on veteran. So I was like, oh, I'll play through The New Order on the hardest difficulty and get the platinum to like try and, I don't know, fucking impress, like relate to him kind of thing. And yeah, Wolfenstein New Order was good. I need to do Old Blood. Since he's done this video, I have got the platinum for Wolfenstein 2, but I still need to get all the DLC done for it because there's a Mein Leben trophy for the DLC.
The New Order, Wolfenstein. Okay. More wrestling WWE stuff, man. SmackDown versus Raw 2006
I'm pretty sure both WWE SmackDown vs Raw 2010 I've got the platinum for since he done this video.
is the one I played and have the most memories of.
Yeah, because that's like the furthest one back you can get the platinum for that doesn't have online servers. Every single game after this is get online.
That one is the best one. This is the only one I remember. But you do have
2006 to 2010 was like peak WWE games.
this one platinumed, and you have 2K22.
Yeah, Legends of WrestleMania was alright. I think that's the same engine as maybe 2009, 2010. 2K22 I done, and the grind for it was horrible. And I said I'd never do another WWE Platinum after that. I haven't got one since then, but I did do all the online trophies for 2K24, I think it was. So at any point when I feel like it, I can go back and get the platinum for that done.
Platinumed. Okay, you really like your fighting games, like your wrestling type of fighting games. You know, your UFC, WWE, and obviously your soccer games.
Oh, just looking at that as well. XCOM, Enemy Unknown, XCOM 2. I want to get those platinums so bad, but I don't think I'm good enough at XCOM to get them done. You can cheat XCOM 2, but it's one of the ones I don't think it would feel satisfying getting a platinum that difficult, because I think if it's not a 10 out of 10, it's a 9 out of 10. They are very difficult. So I feel like if I cheated it, it wouldn't, I just wouldn't enjoy it.
So, you know, you like that
And then all the Yakuza games. I tried to play through them, and the cutscenes were just too long. I just couldn't get into it.
kind of stuff, huh? And that is
Try to see what else is there. Zero Escape. I actually thought Zero Escape was kind of cool. I'm surprised I never got any trophies for it. I never played much it, to be fair. But I thought that would make for something interesting, maybe a video or something. And then Zombie. That's one I'll get the platinum for. I just don't know how I would tie it in to a video. I'm not sure how I would get that done.
there's all a lot of F's in here. Okay, pretty interesting list to say the least. A lot of games, a lot of gaps, a lot of like just a lot of 0% that you can easily just delete.
Divine
I don't know.
Knockout. I don't even know what that game is.
I'm not sure why people do that.
Dragon Ball The Breakers. That's news to me that I ever booted up a Dragon Ball game.
Maybe there's a reason, but for me, I like to. If I don't earn a trophy and I don't feel like I'm gonna go back to the game, I just delete it because
Yeah, I've always said, well, I'm happy to start a game and then just drop it. And also, I said it earlier, but I don't really care about my completion percentage. I'd rather enjoy and experiment and try new games instead of worrying like, oh, if I start this game, I'm gonna need to do X amount to try and keep my percentage high. Just gamer first, enjoy the games, and then if you like it, get the platinum.
you know, it just looks like this. But I guess you maybe just want to make people aware
I think he likes the way my trophy list looks.
that you played the game, but you just didn't like it. So there is that. Out of 633 games, you completed 112 games with 40% completion rate, 13,000 trophies. I know.
Curious as to what my rank would have been. His camera's in the way, so I can't see it. But I'm curious to see what's different stat-wise since he's done this.
Obtained and 144 platinums. Wow. Now we need to see what your score is. So now with a quick review done, it is now time to tally up the points and to place Costromo into the tier list and to see where he lands.
That's it.
Okay, so here we are at the end of the video. My camera
That's my prediction. I reckon we go C.
is skewed, just give me a second. Okay, so here we are at the end of the video with the tier list. And obviously this tier list is going to fill out over time with obviously more.
I say I'm curious to see his most recent one, see where it ranks up. Also how many people he's done, because this is obviously a year old, so like a year and some change. I don't think they would be that difficult to make. I imagine you could knock one out a month, every 2 months max.
content creators. Right now we only have Costromo, and obviously here's my icon as well. With Costromo having 144 platinums as the recording of this video, and with all the games he has completed with DLC, he has collected over 4
Also 129 ultra rare trophies. I think I've bumped that number right up. I think it's like 170, 180 it's at now.
4,599 points. And taking that number and his starting points, which is 144 platinums, he's sitting with 4,743 points. Which means Costromo sits just below C rank, and unfortunately he sits in the D rank. Now as you can see,
We get that D off Ragnar. That's a rough one.
if I were to be biased, I would try to put everyone as high as possible because I want to make sure everyone feels good about themselves. Because getting
Well, mission failed me. I feel fucking horrible.
144 platinums, obviously this deserves a B or an A tier. You can also take this video as gospel and clean his backlog completely up.
I also wonder if he's went back and updated it. See when he does the new videos, because I feel like that would be just too much effort. You know what I mean?
Make it look super good, so by the time I revisit his trophy list, it's like the best trophy list I've ever seen. Or you can just continue doing, and as long as he's happy, that's all that matters, you know. So I'm not gonna force him to do anything. This is all just for
Thank
fun.
fuck.
But is it really though?
Oh yeah,
It's
who
just
does he
all
do
for fun,
next?
though.
I'm curious.
Okay, here we go. Shaz Shake
Ooh,
is
Shaz
going to
Shake.
be our next victim. Shaz Shake, you better start working on that.
That would be interesting. So there we have it, a very good video by Ragnar going through my trophy list. The only thing I will say is, he is big enough to be in the Discord. I feel like it would be more interesting if you spoke to the person whilst going through their trophy list. I know when me and Leon, I reviewed his trophy list for like a podcast special. See, being able to actually talk to him and being like, mate, why have you got fucking Backshot Simulator 3000 in your trophy list? I feel like it'd make it more interesting, and everybody in the Discord is super cool. I feel like if you messaged them, they'd be more than happy to jump into a call with you. Speaking of the podcast special, I think at the end of this year I should hit 200 platinums. So I think at the end of it, me and Leon will do like another drinking night and we'll go through my trophy list, go through all 200, and see what it's looking like. But yeah, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you motherfuckers next one. Much love. Peace.